Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Super Game Brothers podcast. This is episode number 38 of our weekly board game and video game podcast, where we talk about all the games that we've been playing, the games that everyone else in the world's been playing, talking about what's going on in the news as two brothers, hence the name Super Game Brothers. My name is David. I'm joined by Devin in my house. Basically, lives here now. It's like 7 weeks in a row.
I'm always here.
Yeah.
Even when I'm not here, I'll be peeking through the windows.
Cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
There's not much exciting going on at my house, so that wouldn't be like the most fun peeking.
But, yeah, it gets a little old, but
yeah,
there's an In-N-Out nearby, and so
there is. We do have one of those. But other than that, and being close to the freeway, there's not a lot of action over here.
Yeah,
pretty quiet.
Yeah, it's relatively busy.
Yeah. Well, Devin, how are you? It's been a week since we've chatted. Anything new on the Devin front?
I'm fantastic. I had a weird day yesterday.
Okay.
On Monday, I got a letter. I don't get a lot of mail. So when I do, it's a big thing. Everyone gathers together and
open it together. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a holiday. So we open it and it said, "Hey, your car has a problem." What do they call these?
A recall?
A recall.
Ah.
I was like, oh man, I've got a lot of these before and never done anything about them.
Okay.
So I start reading it and it's like, hey, just so you know, your frontal airbag, based on, I don't know if it said combustion or what word it used, based on high temperatures and low temperatures changing often, could explode, resulting in metal pieces flying at the driver and all this stuff, and could result in injury or death. And I was like, okay, maybe I'll take this one seriously.
Yeah.
So, ambitious me.
Oh, yeah.
So I whipped out the cell phone.
Nice.
And I was just like, hey, I need to schedule my car to get fixed pronto.
Yeah.
And they were like, okay, what time you want to do it? I said noon. So they said, okay, come in tomorrow. So tomorrow was yesterday.
Okay.
So I go in. And I said, hey, I'm here for this. And they looked me up, yada, yada, yada. I had never been there before. They're like, your car actually has 3 recalls. We'll just fix them all.
Sweet.
I was like, oh, nice. And just so you know, I know the letter said this is free of charge. So
yeah.
Just so we're on the same page about that.
Yeah, recalls are almost always free.
But I also have a slight leak in my front right tire. How much would that be to look at? He's like, I think it's like $20. I said, if it is $20, I want to do it. And so I waited there for almost 4 hours.
Holy.
And... So I'm sitting in there.
They didn't have like a rental car you could take back?
They had a TV with ESPN.
Your favorite channel.
Yeah. So I used my phone and I was like, you know what? I'm a people person. I'm out all the time. So I walked into the showroom. 5 minutes later, I'm on the freeway driving the fastest car.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What was it?
A Golf R.
Oh, okay.
And,
oh, yeah, because you have a Volkswagen.
I was like, holy... And so he's starting, he's rubbing his hands together like, oh yeah, I'm putting this guy in a new Golf. I was like, I just want to be honest with you. I can't afford this car. I can't buy a car right now. I'm just here for recalls. So I finished the test drive. We get back and he brings all the team together, all the salesmen. He's like, this guy's saying he can't afford the R. I was like, well, when you're not really working right now, you can't buy stuff. And I mean, unless there's free ones. That's what I said. And they just laughed it off. And then I just walked away and went and sat in the waiting area. And he came and gave me my card. He's like, hey, if you want that, this is my info. And I shook his hand. I was like, thanks for letting me drive that. But
was it nice?
Yeah, it was super cool. Super, super cool. He had me kind of gun it a little bit on the gas. And I did. And it was a good time. Yeah, super cool. But for me, I'm getting older. And I'm more worried about safety, features, low road noise, better sound system, comfort.
Yeah.
I don't need speed. I drive like a grandma because I don't want high insurance rates, yada, yada, that type of thing. But anyways, I finished it out. And in the meantime, they sent me a video of my car being worked on. They were like, here's what your brakes look like. Here's your tires.
Nice.
They did an entire inspection of the car. And I was like, okay, uh-oh. They're going to be saying all these things are wrong with my car. And so we finally get done. They're like, the recalls have been done. your car's done. They're just washing it. I was like, oh, heck yeah, you're cleaning my car. I haven't gone through a car wash in a year. So they bring it out to me, and they hand me the receipt, and they're like, you're good to go. They didn't charge me anything. I think they fixed my tire leak.
Nice.
They inspected the whole car, checked all the liquids, did 3 recalls, installed the new airbag, headlight caps, whole software update, which I can tell the computers are being different. The screens are different in the car. And there's no tire light on anymore. There's no engine light on anymore. I was like, no way.
If it was just recalls the whole time, wow.
Well, I was like, I don't know what's going on, but it seems like everything's fixed. So I took that opportunity while the light was off, headed to the place and said, hey, do my emissions. And
you pass?
Oh, yeah, pass. 5 minutes. It took 5 minutes. Nice. And they're like, you passed emissions, you want to just register it? I said, yeah, we got a coupon for Christmas time.
How do you... I didn't know you could coupon the registration.
Well, no, not the register, the emissions
part. The emissions, okay. I was like, what?
I was like, I think it was like $20 off. I was like, I'm going to have someone send me a picture of it so we can get the discount. He's like, do you have that picture? I was like, no. He's like, I don't think I have a 20, but I have a 15. He took 5 off. I saw the screen. I saw how much it cost. And it was $5 less than that, but he told me he took 15 off. I was just like, whatever, it's been a great day. I don't care.
They didn't charge me 20 for the tire. So.
No, the whole car is fixed. There's no lights on, no caution lights. It's legal to drive for the next year and wasn't too expensive. They didn't charge me anything at the dealership, just registration, emissions. And I spent the whole day yesterday doing that, and I have thought so many times there's no way all of that's done.
It's done.
I had hesitated to do it. Getting a recall letter was a blessing for me. As much as an inconvenience that it felt at first, it ended up being awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And that thing's just perfect now.
That's cool.
Yeah, crazy experience.
Yeah, that's a cool dealership. I love it when they send you like the videos or the pictures of, even though you know, like, oh, they're going to talk to me about that one. They want to replace the air filter in the cabin. All kinds of stuff.
I swear they start making stuff up. Like, we found an owl under your engine.
Yeah, we got an owl removal fee. Yeah, but no, I agree. Sometimes those things seem like they're going to be like more intense than they are, and you're like, I know when I get there, everything's going to go wrong. They're going to want to charge me $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
So then, when everything goes well, that's such a good feeling.
I was blown away. Life likes to troll me all the time with just the timing of things, and I'm like, did this really have to happen right now? But yesterday was a perfect day. Yeah. Everything was good. When I was at the emissions place, he's like, whoa, you got lucky. He's like, there's just a horde of 6 cars right behind you after you showed up. I was like, oh, yeah.
You took some of that Felis Felicis or whatever that Harry Potter takes?
I did.
To get lucky all day?
I think it's the Shillajit. The Shillajit link will be below if you guys are looking to buy some.
Yeah, the Shillajit will make you have the best luck ever.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was nice, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I do appreciate those days where you're like, okay, I was proactive. I made a decision, took some action. And sometimes that results in like a pain in the butt. But on the days when it results in like, hey, everything went well, that feels really nice.
Well, that's what we were saying is typically I would have thrown that letter away. But something in me was like, let's just call him.
Yeah.
And man, they like fixed my entire car for free.
Well, that's
like, holy, okay.
Yeah, we've had 3 or 4 recalls on our minivan as well, and it's only like 2 years old. So I don't know what these car manufacturers are doing.
Dude, this is a secret from while I was taking the test drive.
Okay.
The car salesman, he's sold a lot of different car brands.
Yeah.
He listed 3 or 4. And he said there is basically scheduled service or maintenance with parts, and that's what Honda and Toyota has done wrong because car companies don't make money off selling the cars. They make money off service. He just full-blown just told me that in the car.
Yeah.
And told me that Honda and Toyota are doing it wrong because they make reliable pieces that last. I was like, huh? What do you mean? I ain't going to buy this now.
Yeah.
I can't afford it anyways, but I ain't buying this.
Yeah. No, I think that is why people generally like those. You know, that Toyota Tacoma. My neighbor has one of those. It's a pretty sweet one. But yeah, man, cars are the worst, but they're also kind of fun.
Yeah. One last thing about my car. It sits in the driveway. We don't have an extra spot in the garage currently. Mm-hmm. And someone mailed us a note like 3 days ago that just said, hey, I noticed I was in the area and I noticed that car in your driveway. I would like to buy it as is. Call me. I was like, I'm not getting another car payment and I'm not riding a scooter. So I didn't call him, but there's nothing better than not having monthly bills.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But you get to experience or use what you purchased in the past.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Very, very nice. I do not want to be in another car payment. It's pointless.
I agree. Yeah, we have 2 cars. One's paid off, and I'm just like counting the days till that minivan's paid off.
Mm-hmm.
So nice. I mean, I pay $700 a month for that bad boy.
Now you'll have, once that's done, you'll be able to buy $700 of board games every month.
Every month, baby. Or maybe I'll invest it or something. Be a little smarter. Who knows? I mean, based on the backdrop you're seeing right now, we all know I'm not going to be that responsible. So,
yeah, this is true.
I think the next car I get will be a Tesla.
Awesome. I'm curious about this.
I don't know. I think they're cool.
Yeah.
They have gone down in price a ton.
They just released a new model.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
That's under 30.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, that's what the people on TikTok said. I don't know.
They're very cool and fun to drive. They're like quiet.
They're fast.
Crazy. Yeah, they're fast. I don't really care about that so much, but like it'll get you where you need to go, and you don't have to worry about gas. I don't know like anymore like the price comparison from electric to gas, but just the change I think is fun.
Yeah, it really is. If you could plug it in at your house and just have it fully charged every day, just like your phone. A lot of people's gripe with it is like, well, what if the battery goes bad? Then they're saying like the batteries cost like $400,000. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I think they cost a couple grand or something.
Why are they so expensive? Every battery I've put in my car is like less than $200. Different type?
I think they're a different type and they're much larger. I don't know for sure. I haven't done very much research, but my brother-in-law has had one. He's had 2 actually. Has one right now again. And, yeah, they're fun. They're cool.
Yeah, they're super cool. Some people are really opposed to moving on to electric, but I don't understand it. It's almost like a cultural thing where they're just like,
I love like
we can't do that.
Yeah, I know. People don't like change. I like the muscle car era. I like a lot.
Yeah.
Like
Same.
Give me a Chevelle or something.
That'd be sick.
Love that. But I think for like just a regular commuter car, if I have to like drive to work a ton, I'd rather like help the environment with electricity instead of like, it's not like in that moment I care if it's gas or electricity. If I was going to race or like if I was rich and wanted a sports car, I don't think I'd get an electric sports car just because I like the sound, and if that's what I'm going for, a speed, like
that makes sense.
Then like I want the roar. I want like the Viper that's not smooth and I don't know.
It's got vibration.
Yeah, I don't know, but just for a little putt around car, I think a Tesla would be fun.
Oh, that's awesome.
One day, I don't have near enough money for that. So.
We got a note here, Golf Showdown. What's this about?
Oh, yeah. I'm kind of into golf right now, Devin, because I go to Top Golf every Monday with my buddies. I would say I'm slowly improving. I've been watching a lot of like how-to videos on YouTube, which is quite a rabbit hole.
Oh, I'm sure.
Those YouTube channels, millions and millions of views. I mean, just every time I look at them, I'm like, why can my board game channel not have 1 million views on a video? That's like 1 million views. You might make like 50 grand from that video.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know
outrageous.
what the ratio is because my channel's not even monetized yet. But anyways, that was a tangent. But they'll teach you like 1 million different things. You're like, oh, that makes perfect sense. And then you get there standing in front of the ball, and you're like, I don't know how to do what they told me. And I listened to 55 pieces of advice, and I can't do all 55 of them right now. And so you try to do all of them, and you feel like you're getting worse then. And it's a frustrating cycle. But then you hit a really good shot, and you're like, okay, this is my favorite sport in the whole world.
Yeah, you almost have to make one change
at a time
per round or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's too difficult, and swinging a club accurately already feels awkward enough. Like your body doesn't want to do it, and then they're like, well, put your thumb like this and aim and keep this arm straight the whole time. It's like, I don't know. It's just weird.
The thing I've been focusing on now is the low point of the club. which you want to like hit the ball because your swing is like an arc, right? You want to hit the ball right before your low point, which is why like good players will divot after the ball,
Right.
generally. And so if you can like really hone in your low point and your like depth up and down, then you can like be more consistent. So that's what I'm focusing on. But the hard part, they say you should envision like your chin resting on a shelf and you don't want it to move at all while you're on that shelf. And that's a hard thing because your head wants to spin. Yeah, just like that. Anyway, so that's the one thing I've been focusing on. But golf, man, it's so fun. I think Santa's bringing me, I've heard, through the grapevine.
Wow.
A new golf bag.
Oh,
I should probably be focused on more on like clubs. So like because my clubs are 20 years old. But no, I just want the flashy bag, you know.
It's all about the flashy bag.
Anyways, but the golf showdown was not about me golfing. There was a golf tournament yesterday. They have like these special events a few times a year, and it was a team match with 4 of the best golfers in the world right now: Rory McIlroy and Scotty Scheffler, who is number 1 currently. They were on a team, and then the team they were playing against was Bryson DeChambeau and what was his name? Brooks Koepka. And since Brooks and Bryson were on the Live Golf Tour, and Rory and Scotty are on the PGA Tour, they were calling it the Live versus PGA Showdown.
Oh, wow. Who won? I'm jumping right to the
end. Rory and Scotty won. They did like a cool, unique setup. So it was 18 holes, and they split it into 6-hole increments. In the first increment, they did what did they do? Oh, all 4 of them played, and whichever teammate got the best score on the hole, that's the score that counted. Best ball, or whatever it's called. It wasn't best ball because they weren't taking the best shot each shot, which I think is what best ball is. It's they both play the entire hole, and whoever scored lower. So anyways, and then Rory and Scotty won those 6 holes, so they got a point for that segment. Then the next segment was alternating shots between teammates. And then whoever won of the 2 teams got a point. Rory and Scotty won that one. And then the last segment was it was a matchup. One of them on each team faced off, and whoever got the best score there, it was match play, would win the hole, and whoever got the most points. Anyways, DeChambeau and Koepka struggled a bit, and man, Rory McIlroy just showed up. He hit like a 50-foot putt from off the green.
That's outrageous.
I know, it was bonkers because it had like a huge curve to it too. It was nuts. But it was kind of a fun tournament. It was in Las Vegas, and they started at 4 p.m. at least Utah time. And so like after the first 6-hole segment, it was dark, and so they had big spotlights on the course. So it was cool looking. It was kind of fun. I'm really into golf at the moment. We'll see if I get any better. I'm gonna start watching it a little more. I think it's fun to watch because they're just so incredible. But
yeah, it is crazy.
It's a hard sport to watch just because of the length of the events. You'll have like 4 rounds in a weekend for a single event, and it'll be going for like 8 hours because you've got like the players kind of rotate in, and so yeah, I don't know. It's fun. But that was the golf showdown. Not quite as exciting as the car, situation you had. But
I feel so grateful. Don't remind me of the car. I am so blessed.
Devin's on cloud 9 still.
I can't believe it. Things just got cured. I swear. It's amazing.
Yeah.
For free.
That's cool. Well, it's a week to Christmas, Devin. Not a lot of news usually around this time, but we do have one big thing that we'll be going through later in the show. We're going to end with a kind of fun segment that'll clip out to its own video. I guess just a little heads up here. Some of these segments at the end are going to be us playing games. We might play a video game like we're going to this week, or we might play a board game like we did last week. I'm going to clip those sections out of the audio only version of the podcast because that seems a little silly to like.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Just have like, oh, nice move, Devin. Oh, cool. You put your teeth there.
And just the audio listeners are like, what is happening? Is this ASMR?
Exactly. So I'm going to clip that off for the audio, but it'll still be there on the video. And then it'll be a separate video as well. So you can find it lots of different places. But if you're listening to audio only, just know we'll like say at the end, like, okay, we're cutting here and you can watch the video if you want to see the rest. But yeah, I think that's probably all the update from me, I guess. Oh, anything else, Dale?
No, I don't think so. The dealership offered me a job yesterday. Did I tell you that?
Did they really?
Yeah.
The same one?
Yeah.
They wanted you. Like,
they did.
You buy this car, you can have a job.
They saw me and they're like, we need that guy.
What'd they say?
He just said, we're looking. And he said, I know not everybody loves to sell cars, but I do. And I said, yeah, it definitely takes a certain personality. I said, I've ran a sales team in retail before.
Yeah.
And that was about the end of that conversation, actually. But yeah, he tried.
Yeah, I think some of those guys do really well.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm
probably just like when you were selling fitness equipment. You can have commissions are probably pretty good, and if you're good at it and you're selling more than everyone else, bit of money. That is the hard thing. I feel like everyone hates the car salesman, especially even more than like the fitness equipment salesman or the whatever other salesman. Car salesman is generally like the least liked.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully those places treat their car salesmen the best, give them the best commissions, but I bet they don't.
Yeah. As someone who's done a lot of sales, well, years of sales at this point, it's interesting to watch other people try to sell me
on sale.
Because I'm like, I know more than you. I know what you're doing. And this is so cringy. Why are you explaining to me how like important it is that the customer has this great experience and likes me after the sale? I was like, I already told you I'm not buying this. Stop brown nosing me. I don't know. I don't know.
You're like, I don't think you've watched all of Parks and Rec. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, I have not.
Oh, okay. There's that character who is the director of the Parks and Rec department. His name is Ron Swanson.
Yes.
He's the one with the mustache. He walks into a hardware store in one of the episodes, and the guy walks up to him and says, "Hey, anything I can help you find?" And he says, "I know more than you," and just walks away. And the guy's like, okay.
That is funny. I feel like that a lot of the time, but for everybody listening, you can always learn things from other people.
Yeah.
And it'll surprise you.
No, Devin's really kind to everybody. That's just the first thing I thought of.
Yeah.
I love Ron Swanson. He's hilarious. All right, Devin. Well, let's hop into the show. There's not a ton this week other than the big Game Awards segment that we'll go over. But like I mentioned at the top, this is a weekly podcast. We do all about video games and board games. It's a fun time. We chat about all the games we're playing, which is a lot of games. I think I played 3 board games this last week. And I've played at least 2 video games, and I have 3 or 4 others next up in the hopper. We've been playing games our whole lives, so we always have a lot of stuff to talk about. And there's always lots going on in the news, so it's a generally fun experience. If you want to get our episodes early, you can do that at our Patreon, at patreon.com/supergamebrothers. You can always listen for free, but if you want to get the episodes a few days early or right into the show, so we can answer your inquiries and have kind of a discourse there, you can do that on the Patreon as well. All right, jumping into our first segment, this is going to be a really exciting one. We usually go over the new games to subscription services, and there is only one this week, and it's the Epic Game Store. There are no updates from Game Pass at the moment, which is kind of surprising because they usually have like a wave 2 during the month. So we're just going to go right over to the Epic Game Store, and this is actually Game Rant, so props to them. I think they were reporting from a different website, but the Epic Game Store is doing mystery games for the next little bit, so I can't tell you what they are, but there was a little leak, and so I might be able to tell you what it was actually, or what it is. The last game was what's it called? Lord of the Rings Return to Moria, the one about mining as a dwarf. That one is not going to be available by the time you hear this. But tomorrow, on the 19th, a new one is going to be available. We'll talk about what that is. And then according to this leak, the promotion's then going to change from a weekly giveaway to a daily giveaway until January 2nd, and then it will go back to weekly like normal. So look at the Epic Games Store every day from the time you hear this through January 2nd, because it sounds like there's going to be a free game every single day. I think they've done this the last couple of years, so this isn't a new idea. And maybe this leak isn't even real, and this person's just like, maybe they'll do what they did last year.
But yeah, who knows?
The leak, supposedly, the game this week is Vampire Survivors.
No way.
So,
that's crazy.
Which is kind of funny, because that's what we're probably going to end the show by, playing a round or two of Vampire Survivors. Because it's excellent, but it sounds like you might get that totally for free. So check out the Epic Games Store there, and we'll see if that is correct or not. But that's it, Devin, for the new games to subscription services. For me, I've been playing a couple games. I got a little more progress on Arranger, the role puzzling adventure, which is really excellent still. Love it a lot. I think I'm in the last area still, but we'll see. I've only put probably another hour and a half into it, because this other game is still continuing to take all of my time. And this is still 9 souls. And man, it's just excellent. It won't go full screen. Get out of here.
It's still amazing though, huh?
Oh yeah, it's so good. Why will that not click? Let's hit it on the keyboard. F. Nope. Why will you not go full screen? Okay, there's theater mode. That's close enough. But yeah, really, really love it. I have made a bit more progress. I beat that boss that I was struggling with last week, Devin. I think I'm on a boss right now. I won't say anything about it because I don't want to spoil anything, but I think I'm about to, if I beat the boss, I think I will collect the 8th soul out of the 9.
Oh, wow.
So
You're getting there.
I'm getting pretty close. And I've been talking about this game for months, or not even weeks, I guess is the right word, for a little while at least. And it's just excellent. If you like Metroidvania games, this is the highest quality for sure. It's basically, if you took Hollow Knight, put it in like a cool kind of Korean, Japanese kind of vibe, instead of like underground, you made it sci-fi, and you added a parry.
So that's what it does better than Hollow Knight. Or would you prefer to not have a parry system?
I like it.
Okay.
I don't. Some people might not, because in Hollow Knight you're basically just dodge with iframes, and you're trying to dodge every attack, right?
It's like Bloodborne.
Yeah. Whereas this is the Sekiro to Bloodborne, basically. Yeah, it adds parrying, and you have to. If you parry in the air, you do a special attack that will counter a character when they're green. And if you parry and hold the parry, you can counter even unblockable attacks. And so it kind of triples down on the parrying, which is...
Sounds like crazy amounts of focus during fights.
Oh, yeah. But it's really great. Even if you're struggling, you can just kind of say, okay, I'm going to stop at that boss for a minute. Continue exploring. There's side stuff to find. And when you find the side stuff, you become stronger. You can like upgrade your heals, get more heals, upgrade the amount of arrows you can shoot, which are pretty powerful. And they generally don't respawn until you've defeated some powerful enemies or gotten back to a checkpoint. Or improve like the strength of your attacks. So just by exploring more, you're becoming stronger, so that, you know, when you do go back to the fight, you have a little more of an edge. Also has a cool story. I wish I understood it just a little bit more. I want to dig really deep into the wiki after I beat it. It does tell it pretty well, but it kind of tells it in reverse, kind of, where like you're seeing one on the screen right now. You have flashbacks to your time with your sister. And that's kind of how it explains like your role in everything that's going on. And so you don't really know what's going on from the beginning, which is a narrative mechanism that I like quite a bit. That's kind of what Hollow Knight did as well. You just kind of wake up and you're like, oh, I'm here. What happened? Um, Super great. I think I'm at 25 hours so far, so it's long. There's a lot of game there, and I don't even know, like, there might be a couple more areas before I get to the ninth soul, and after I do that, there might, in Hollow Knight, when you got close to the end, there was like that white castle that was like the really tough platforming section that you had to complete, and you didn't even have to. I don't think it was kind of like an optional section, I think. So I don't know. I'm very excited. I hope that they release an expansion or two. Again, just like Hollow Knight did with like the Nightmare Troop and stuff. And just really bummed that, spoilers for later, Silk Song was not at the Game Awards. I don't know where that game is.
We've been talking about that being at these shows for
like
a long time.
Long time. A few years. It'll come out one day. I'm just really glad that there are other games in the genre, because the Metroidvania genre is one of my favorites for sure. But because there are so many, it means there are a lot that are just like kind of mediocre. So I just want to give a shout out to one that is way better than mediocre. It's excellent. So 9 Souls, still great. And other than that, I have a couple other games I'm excited to start that I just bought, but we'll talk about them in a minute when we get to the what we're excited about segment.
I haven't really been playing any video games, like, at all. I've dabbled a little in Rocket League and Fortnite because it has so many modes right now, and
yeah,
they always have fun skins to look at and whatnot. Right now, I'm running around as April O'Neil from the Ninja Turtles in Fortnite, slaying shotties.
Nice.
Yeah, but truly hardly played anything. Like, just a little bit of Rocket League.
I have a lot of weeks like that where, like, you go back to your comfort games for a minute and you're like, that was enough.
Yeah. I just had other things to do, but
you had car stuff.
And you have 3 board games, so
I do. I have 3 games. It's just kind of fun. So last game night, last Thursday, my friend who lives down the street got a new game, and so he brought it and taught it. So I didn't have to teach anything. And it's not usually my genre of board game, but I love the video game this is based on, and so I was pretty excited to try it out. He brought over Slay the Spire, the board game, which, for anyone, if you haven't played Slay the Spire and you like card games in any fashion, it is just amazingly excellent. The video game. I think the board game is also fun. Basically, it mirrors the video game a lot. The main difference is that you play cooperatively with other people. So we had 4 of us. And so you go through the dungeon fighting baddies, trying not to take too much damage, getting better cards for your deck, purging cards from your deck, and you play as one of the different characters that have different special abilities, and there's different bosses depending on the setup and stuff. So in that way, it's kind of a little bit of a standard, like, dungeon crawl board game, and dungeon crawlers are not really it's not the reason I come to board games, is to, like, go into a room, fight some mobs, do some chip damage back and forth. The, like, hand management and deck building of, like, ooh, I can play this card and block this much, and then he's going to hit me for this much, and then I can do an area of effect attack that'll attack all the enemies. Is kind of a fun puzzle. But I think the reason Slay the Spire, the video game, is so excellent is because the video game handles everything for you except for you are choosing which cards you're going to play.
Mm-hmm.
It does all the shuffling, all of, like, the discarding, and this card is exhausted after you play it, so it doesn't go into your discard pile, it goes into your exhaust pile, and you have to remember to put that back into your deck at the end of this battle. You can only use it once per battle. And so the game was long. In Slay the Spire, there's 3 acts, or basically like 3 segments of the dungeon, and at each segment you can fight some elite enemies on the way if you want, and normal enemies, go to shops, visit campfires to rest and heal up if you need to. You kind of have these branching paths to decide where you're going to go. It's a roguelike game, kind of like Spelunky in that way, where it's randomized every time you play. You decide which path you're going to take. And you're leveling up, getting better cards, purging cards from your deck that you don't want. And that feeling is really fun because you can hyper focus on something. I really like. You have three like action points each turn by default to play cards, and cards will either cost 3, 2, 1, or sometimes 0 action points to play. And I love getting 0 action point cards because they're just like, I can play this for free.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of my preferred play style. But there are so many others, like getting special cards that give you a bonus for the round. Now I have 4 action points for the whole round or something like this. And like, there are all kinds of different ways you can modify the play style. But it was really fun. Not my style of game, but I'm very happy to have tried it. It was just like 3 hours for that leg, that act. And you know, if you lose, you're meant to start over the act. Similar again to, it's like Spelunky if it was a card game. And if you die, you start over and see if you can do better on the next run. But in a board game, doing that is it's just more cumbersome. You have to manage. Okay, then we roll a die. We see what attacks they do back to us. How many damage does he do? He does 2, 3. He's attacking all 3 lanes. He's only attacking this lane. He has 2 block. We need to remember that so that when you do your attack, then I'll do my attack, and we have 6 attack. And so it was fun, cool game. I'd recommend it if you like dungeon crawl games. I think it's a cool one. I think it's been on a lot of like board game YouTubers like favorite games of the year. But I'm traditionally more of like a Euro board game player than a dungeon crawl gamer. So it was really fun. I liked it. Not one I'm gonna buy, but it was good. Next up, played a game with 7 people at my in-laws after our crab dinner that we have every Christmas time with them. We just played a round of No Thanks. Just an excellent 10-minute, maybe 15 minute kind of bluffing, push your luck card game. It's just a fun, it just has a fun vibe. Like, that's a 30, and if I take it, it won't be any negative points to me. But I want to send this around a couple times and see how many stones I can milk out of everybody else to get negative points. It's just fun. Nobody wants you to do that, but they don't want the 30 points, so it works well. So played a game of No Thanks. It's like an $8 game, and I really think everyone should have this one. It's infinitely better than like Uno and Phase 10, even though it looks a lot like them. It's just cards with numbers and some of these black little plastic kind of tokens. Really good. So that's No Thanks.
And you played Snowcrest again this week.
I did, yeah.
Wow.
Our neighbors came over and we played a 4-player game of Snowcrest. I played it solo last week, 4-player game this week, and I was right. It is better with other people.
Oh, really?
I thought it was pretty fun solo too, but solo I'd probably give it like a 6. I think it's better in multiplayer. I want to play it a couple more times before I review it on the channel. But man, all 4 of us really liked it, and I was surprised by that because sometimes games that are really like card combo heavy, my wife isn't like a huge fan of like having to focus on reading all the cards. There's no text on the cards usually. It's just icons, which helps, but it's a bit puzzly where I think I explained it last week. If there comes a point where you have 3 face down cards in a line, either diagonally, horizontally, or vertically, then your next turn you have to rest. And you will get some resources in your village based on all the icons you can see in your village. And then you flip all your cards back up. So you're trying to like, okay, I don't want to rest for a long time. Then I'm going to activate my cards in such a way that I'm not connecting 3 of them. Kind of tic-tac-toe style. In the multiplayer game, it's a bit in your face. You're racing for those 5 objective cards at the top. In the solo, there's only 2 showing there. But whoever gets those objective cards first will get 2 points. 2 points in this game is big. I think the winning player had 14. So the points are very tight. In fact, in a 4-player game, you put 30 of those point scrolls in that kind of box. And as soon as the 30th one is taken, that triggers the end of the game. And then if anyone else scores any more during the last round, they can take more from a pile on the side, but once the 30th point is taken, it's always tight. Like when other people are scoring points, it's also cutting down the game time. We played in like with the teach, it was like an hour 15.
Oh, that's not bad.
It's very fast. They were even surprised too. They were like, when you were teaching this, we thought it was going to take like 2.5 hours, but man, the turns are fast. I think you could do it in 30 or 45 minutes. Once everybody knows it. It's fun.
So rated out of 10.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet. I like what it does. I like the puzzle element of your player board. Right now I'm thinking maybe around an 8, but I want to play it one more time. There was one thing that was bugging us, and it might just be because we're new to the game. There are these white cards, kind of a common villager row that everyone can take from if you pay the barley in order to pull that card into your village. That row of cards didn't seem to like what's the word I'm looking for? Refresh enough. Like we didn't see much of that deck. And there were quite a few cards in that row that nobody wanted. And so it just kind of left that row kind of stagnant. And so I need to reread the rulebook just to make sure I didn't miss something on like, should it wipe at some point? Because I don't think it does. And maybe that was our fault in how we played. All 4 of us were nervous to, when you play a new card to your 9-card village, you can replace one of your old ones. But we were nervous to do that because your starting 4 cards have like the 4 basic actions on them. And so we were nervous to replace that way. And we're thinking maybe if we had done that more, replaced our starter cards, then that market would have naturally been, I don't know. That's just one of the thoughts I had, is I wish that refreshed a little bit more. I don't think wiping is the right thing, but maybe when someone, I don't know, maybe I missed something and we should have been discarding a card from them more often. But anyways, fun game. Last one, I actually played four games this week, Devin. We played this at the end of the last episode. So we've had a week to think about it since then. I know Devin has spent every waking moment thinking about it.
I haven't thought about it since we played it. And since it's over a week long, I'm going to really struggle.
That's okay. Devin and I played a 2-player card game called Pariahs last week. This game was designed by John Cloudis, and I think his company, I think it's just him, is Small Box Games. And this game is an area kind of majority worker placement and deck building game, but all of those actions are all done with cards. There's no like pieces or tokens or tracks. Pretty simple game to play, even though it looks more confusing than you would think, because when you first look there, you're like, okay, there's 8, 16 stack like cards that can have stacks of cards on top of them as like the locations. Got the 8 normal ones, then the 8 like kind of in front of us, and then our supplicant decks also have cards face up. There's a lot of cards, like all over the place, and so it looks like more than it really is. I thought it was really cool and unique. I want to play it a few more times and just see if like, is the uniqueness like is there enough variability and excitement in the uniqueness, or is it unique just for kind of uniqueness's sake? And I'm not sure exactly where I fall on that one yet, but I thought it was fun.
All I remember from this game is it was very easy to learn, and I appreciated that.
Yeah.
After a round or 2, I was like, okay, I can lock in. I don't know all the strategies, but I understand how everything works.
Yeah.
And that's a win in my book.
I agree.
But like you're saying, I don't know that there is enough variety in card perks or what is written on the cards to really give you a huge edge. A lot of the cards are very similar. It's like add 1 card to your devotees, add 2 cards to your devotees.
Yeah.
And a lot of times you don't even get to use what the card says unless you place them in a specific area.
Right. And both players like start with the same deck. You will like randomly shuffle it, so you won't start with the same cards, and so yeah, there's not like a lot of like, I'm not doing much differently than you.
Correct.
I might on a certain turn just because I have different cards in my hand, but
yeah, I would say you're going to beat the person you're playing against if they're more forgetful than you. There's a lot going on that you need to focus on.
Yeah.
You want to put each different type of class every round, not use the same ones, and then
yeah. Yeah, so it kind of gives me that feel of like we both start with almost the same exact starting point, and it's going to be tight like the whole way through, but who of us can barely edge out the other one by making slightly smarter decisions? That's kind of how I felt, because I think the game was only like a point or two difference.
Yeah, we ended pretty close, but at the end, doing a little math in my head, your approach was way better than what I did. You were winning extra points most rounds, and I was not. I was just focused on stealing all your cards and having a massive deck.
Yeah.
And I really thought that was going to turn out to be great, but it didn't matter that your deck was small. It really didn't affect you. I had like 3 times the size of deck you had.
Yeah, and I got 2 points for my deck at the end because it had 20 prestige. I think you had 4 or 5 points at the end.
Yeah.
So that's not like a huge turnaround in points. So yeah, that's kind of the one thing I'm thinking about is like, are there crazy different strategies? Can I play with a 5-card deck and just like ultra thin? Or can I get the card deck to like 30 and at the end I flip over 9 points or something? Like that kind of crazy variability, and like I can really go different directions would be cool. But I do think it's fun. It's unique. Played pretty. It didn't play super quickly our first play because we were trying to figure it out, but I think you could play it in about half an hour after you know what you're doing. Anyways, so that was Pariahs. We also played that one last week.
Yes, sir. You've got a couple games here you are looking forward to this week, and I agree with one of them.
Do you?
This one.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, for video games, the games that I'm most looking forward to playing, I think I'll probably finish 9 Souls this week, so I'm excited to do that. And then I've got a couple puzzle games that I am almost done with, Chance of Sonar and Arranger. And then I bought 3 new games this week, Devin. I'm excited to play them. One of them is called Neva. We'll see it at the Game Awards in a minute. It was it's like a 2D action game with like dodging and attacking and stuff. Very pretty art. The company that made a game called Grease, Gris, made this is their latest game, just came out a few months ago. Got that one. I got one called the Talos Principle 2. It's a pretty recent puzzle game. It's a 3D puzzle game where you're like putting lasers and like things out to solve 3D puzzles. It's supposed to be excellent. I'm excited to try that one out. And then probably the one I'm most excited of the 3 to try is called, I think, The Curse of the Golden Idol. And it has like really weird art in the game. And I don't even know the full premise. I've just heard great things. And so I want to just show you a picture here, but it has the case of the Golden Idol, sorry. It says it's a new kind of detective game that allows you to think and investigate freely, discover clues surrounding 12 strange and gruesome deaths, and build your own theory. So it's a puzzle game, definitely gives me like the same vibe as Return of the Obra Dinn, which is an excellent, excellent puzzle game. But in that one, you're like trying to, and it seems like it's similar here, you're like kind of watching these crazy scenarios play out, and you're trying to, from what happens in the scenario and like any text you find or any clues you find, figure out, okay, who is this character? Why would he want to kill him? And you can like fill in a journal of like, okay, this person's name's this, he was at this, in this room at this point, and then this happened, and I think he killed him. And so it's a little bit of like a mystery in that way.
It's kind of fun.
And
there's not a lot
like
of games like that.
Yeah, very unique, like a deduction kind of mystery. I like the weird art style. It's definitely very weird, but this game actually came out a couple years ago, and the sequel just barely came out like last month, I think in November. I think it's also supposed to be great, but this one was on sale, and I generally want to play the first game in a series if I'm going to. So I bought this. I think I bought the deluxe edition with both the mini expansions. So excited to play that. Just lots of puzzle games, and then lots of 2D action games with dodging and parrying and smacking. David definitely has a type when it comes to video games. I'm having a hard time lately getting into like, you know, the big AAA games that everyone loves. I turned on Silent Hill 2 for like half an hour. I was like, I just want to play Arranger.
That's funny.
And so I don't know. I get in these moods sometimes where I'm like indie boy of the year for a minute. But,
that's cool.
those are kind of the ones I'm most excited for. The new games that just came out, I think we mentioned these two last week.
I think so, yeah.
Because there wasn't really anything that new that's come out this week. But I think last Friday, maybe, Marvel Champions. That's not the name. Marvel Champions is a card game that is very well loved, actually. But
Marvel Rivals.
Marvel Rivals is the name of the new video game that just came out. It's right here, Marvel Rivals. And then Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. And Path of Exile 2 actually looks pretty cool. We'll talk about that one later. But I might try Marvel Rivals. I've heard pretty good things, actually.
As have I.
And it's free to play, so, no barrier to entry. It got 20 million players already. I think the Marvel property on there is definitely helping. I've seen some funny clips of, like, Hulk, like, absolutely just chucking Spider-Man or whatever, because you can do, like, these team moves. Like, I think it's similar to Overwatch in that way, but anyways.
Speaking of Marvel, we watched your kids a day.
Uh-huh.
And I let them watch the third Guardians of the Galaxy. Hopefully that was not an issue.
That's okay. I think they've seen the first one, maybe. But yeah, we do like Guardians. The third one, huh? That's the one with kind of the focus on, what's his name, Rocket?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah. I like that one. Yeah, as far as board games are concerned, I'm excited to play this one that delivered today. I almost set this up for us to play, but we did a board game last week, and I was like, I don't know, maybe we'll alternate. But this just delivered today, the deluxe edition, along with the expansion. It's Crusaders Thy Will Be Done, which this game looks like it would be a dungeon crawl game where you're smacking stuff with that sword he's holding.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not. It's a Euro game. You pick up these kind of action hexagons.
This is the Moncala game.
It is. It's the Moncala one, where you pick them up and then move them around. And then based on how many you picked up there, you get to either move or build with that strength. So you're trying to like group them together at a spot so that then when you do move them, I get like strength 6 of whatever I'm doing. Then you're building out your buildings. You are crusading and expanding throughout Europe. And then I have the expansion as well. So very cool looking game. Got the metal coins. Love it. So I'm excited to try that one out. I've heard good things and just showed up today. All right. Devin, I think that is it for what we are excited about.
We are on to the news mini-nuke.
We sure are. And there's only a couple things before we get into the Game Awards. So first up, it was kind of a random thing today, but just this morning, for no reason, it seemed like PlayStation just dropped a video on their YouTube channel without like any hype or like announcement.
Huh?
And it's Mark Cerny, their like lead hardware like genius. He's the guy that designed the PlayStation Vita, the PlayStation 4, the PlayStation 5, and the PlayStation 4 Pro, and now the PlayStation 5 Pro.
But he didn't design the haircut. This is the guy who can't stand his hair.
Yeah, why is it? He's got to make millions of dollars. He can afford a barber.
He's a low taper fade.
Anyways, this is a 37-minute video of him just talking in like pretty like intense detail about like the PlayStation 5 Pro and about their 3 pillars that they went with, like improving the GPU and what they did there, improving the what's the other one? The ray tracing, and improving what's that one? The resolution they created their own bit of machine learning and a neural network called PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution. Anyways, so he talked for 37 minutes. It's kind of fun. I watched the whole thing actually, but I like that kind of nerdy stuff. I think the thing most people are excited about with this is he did spend a couple of minutes talking about how they decided on their new GPU for the PlayStation 5 Pro, and that they partnered with AMD on that GPU. And then he did say that they have like kind of signed like a partnership with AMD to work with them in the future on even better machine learning neural network models for their spectral super resolution stuff and on their GPU stuff. So he basically kind of soft confirmed that Sony's going to be using, and pardon the train honking, AMD for the PlayStation 6. I mean, without saying those words, he basically said those words. It was kind of odd, to be honest, because PlayStation doesn't really say much about their plans. But anyways, kind of an interesting video. If you want to watch it, you can, even though his hair is kind of rough, super sharp guy, and I could listen to him talk like all day. He's kind of like very soft spoken guy, but you can tell like anytime he's in the room, he's the smartest guy there.
Interesting.
Yeah. Have you never seen him before, other than when we've talked about
hair
him?
thing?
That's funny. Yeah, he always like gives these presentations for PlayStation's like hardware stuff, and I think he worked with Naughty Dog on Crash Bandicoot, and so he's been with PlayStation for forever. All right, one more bit of news here. This one was, I think, that new show on Prime called Secret Level. It's an anthology series based on lots of different video game franchises. I haven't watched it yet. I think the second like batch of them just launched.
Oh yes, Mega Man's in that one.
Let's go. Spelunky is too, which I'm excited for. Anyways, Amazon announced that this show had the largest debut for a new animated series, and they have renewed it for a second season. So if you like that show, be prepped for more. I wonder how the Concord episode is, since Concord was canceled and destroyed from history books, basically. But
it's 30 seconds long.
That'd be fun. Anyways, I do want to check that out. IGN didn't like it, the show, and I don't think it's reviewed super well, but I think I'll still try it, just kind of for fun. We'll see. All right, Devin. I think the last thing we're going to talk about today is the Game Awards. I didn't know how to cover this. It's a big, long conference. It's like 3.5 hours of YouTube video. Very long. They had a 30-minute pre-show hosted by, I think, Sydney Goodman is her name. And then they hop over to Jeff Keighley for the actual like main event show. This was the 10th Game Awards, so they've been doing it for 10 years now. I think they announced today that they had 141 million live streams, which is crazy. I think last year was 80, if I don't, or maybe it was 80, then 110 or something. A lot of growth, while things like the Oscars are definitely like dwindling. So it's kind of crazy that had so many viewers. So the Game Awards has two main priorities: to give recognition to the best games of the year. So they gave out a bunch of awards. Those segments are generally done fairly quickly. They have advertisements because they have to make money, and then they also reveal new games. That's kind of the things that they do at these shows. So we're going to go over the winners of all of the awards here on the Game Awards website. These were like given to these people, just like at the Oscars. Like they show the nominees, read the card. Snoop Dogg came out and read one, and so did Harrison Ford. And then the people that won come up and give like a 1-minute speech at the microphone while holding their Game Award. But we're just going to go through the winners here, see if we agree with them, and then we'll get into the actual show and what they announced, because there have been some years when they haven't announced very much cool stuff, and others when there has been some cool stuff. At the end of our little review segment here, we'll see if Devin thinks if this was a, just like Gladiator, if this was a good Game Awards or a bad Game Awards. We'll see what the verdict is. All right, Devin, there were a lot of awards. This one is the People's Choice. That's not the right word. Player's Choice. That's not the right word either. Player's Voice Award. So this one was voted on by anyone that went to the Game Awards website. Winner there is Black Myth. My gosh. Black Myth Wukong.
Black Mick Wuthong.
Wuthong, exactly. I think well deserved. I feel like that was one of the games definitely that had the most like buzz this year in the gaming community, so it makes sense that they would win like the Player's Voice Award. The rest of these are actually going to show the title and all the nominees. So we'll be able to see them here. I don't know any of these esports teams, but T1 won. They play League of Legends. They play Arcane, the video game.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. Best esports athlete. They got Faker. Lee Sang Hayek. Hayek. I don't know how to pronounce that.
That honestly was good. You hit every vowel.
There you go. I wonder if he's on that team.
It looks like he is.
Looks like he might be.
Yeah. T1.
He did put one finger up. He might be.
Uh-huh.
Look at us putting those puzzle pieces together. All right, next up was a best esports game. Nominees here were Counter-Strike 2, Dota 2, League of Legends, Mobile Legends, Bang Bang, and Valorant. I don't know what Mobile Legends Bang Bang is.
Me neither.
You haven't heard of that one?
Mm-mm.
It seems like it would be a League of Legends, like a mobile game, but it's not made by Riot. I can see there, so I don't think that was it. But League of Legends won that one. Content Creator of the Year. Queso, Illawan,
Heck yeah.
Techo Gamers, Typical Gamer, and Usada Pecora, and Queso won that one. I think he is pretty funny.
Yeah, he's amazing. He takes a lot of dissing.
Oh, does he?
Based on his weight, and it's turned into
like a joke.
Just a vibe.
Oh,
yeah.
Most anticipated game here: Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yotai, Grand Theft Auto 6, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, and Monster Hunter Wilds. For me, that's Metroid Prime 4 would win that one, but Ghost of Yotai could be a runner-up. I mean, Grand Theft Auto is going to sell more than all 4 of those other games combined, multiplied by 10, so that makes sense. Best adaptation of like a TV show.
Oh, awesome.
Arcane, Fallout, Knuckles, Like a Dragon, Yakuza, and Tomb Raider. And I know some people were upset. I saw on Twitter that Arcane didn't win this one.
Yeah, it would probably be between those for me because those are the only 2 that I've seen. I've seen a little bit of Knuckles, and I had no idea that Tomb Raider was a thing, and I'm gonna watch it.
I think it's on Netflix, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I haven't heard if it's good, but it looks like the same animation style as like Castlevania.
I feel like just because it was nominated to be top 5, it might might be decent.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Best multiplayer. Blops 6, Helldivers 2, Super Mario Party Jamboree, Tekken 8, and Warhammer 40k, Space Marine 2. Helldivers won that one. We'll talk about Helldivers 2 some more in a little bit. Best sports racing game. EA Sports Football Club 25 won that one over F1 24, NBA 2K25, Top Spin 2K25, and WWE 2K24. That was a lot of 2020s and 2Ks. Okay, Best Sim Strategy. Frostpunk 2 won that one over Age of Mythology, Kunitsugami, Manor Lords, and Unicorn Overlord. I would have chosen Unicorn Overlord, but I've only played a couple hours of it and haven't played any of the others. So I'm not a very good judge there. Best Family Game. Astrobot wins over Princess Peach, Showtime, Super Mario Party, Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, and The Plucky Squire. And that is what I would have chosen of those ones. But I haven't played Princess Peach or Echoes of Wisdom or Super Mario Party Jamboree, to be honest. But Astrobot is so good. I have a hard time thinking that Mario Party or Princess Peach would beat it. Maybe the Zelda game. Maybe. I would be surprised.
Was there only 5 kids games this year? Because the Plucky Squire should not be on there.
Yeah, but based on like how handholdy the tutorials were, it did seem like it was kind of meant for children, right? So I can see why that got there. And there probably weren't many others to choose from.
Right.
Best fighting game. Tekken 8 wins over Multiverses.
I can get behind that for nostalgia.
Yeah. Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection, which I've heard is great. Grand Blue Fantasy vs. Rising, and Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Best RPG. What do we got here? Metaphor Refantasio won that one. That is the newest game from the team that makes Persona. So Persona 5 was their last game, and then this is their newest one. It's came out like a month or 2 ago. Got a lot of love since then. anyways, it won over Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree, and Dragon's Dogma 2. Best Action Adventure. Astrobot wins over Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, Silent Hill 2, Star Wars Outlaws, and The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom. You'll see a running theme here. Astrobot's going to win a lot. What was this one? Best Action Game. Black Myth. Wukong wins over Blops 6, Helldivers 2, Stellar Blade, and Warhammer 40k. That makes sense. That game is like action game through and through. Just like boss fight every 5 minutes. Kind of. Mm-hmm. It's fun. I still need to get back to it. Best VR game. Batman Arkham Shadow won. I think
that's exciting. I would like to try that. Do you have that?
I don't have that one. I think it is a MetaQuest 3 exclusive.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's weird.
It is, yeah. It'll probably come over eventually, but Metro Awakening is supposed to be excellent. That one just came to PSVR 2 like a few weeks ago, I think. Metal Hellsinger VR, Asgard's Wrath 2, and Arizona Sunshine Remake were the other 4. Best mobile game, baby! Balatro winning over AFK Journey, Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket, Wuthering Waves, and Zenless Zone Zero. Just a little note here with Wuthering Waves and Zenless Zone Zero. I didn't, there were quite a few trailers for these gacha games in the Game Awards. I skipped them for our summaries. Just, it's not a game that I know much about, so I can't like give any helpful analysis or anything to them. So just a heads up there. Pretty graphics. Game just doesn't look like one I'd love. Best debut indie game. We got Balatro winning again over Animal Well, Manor Lords, Pacific Drive, and The Plucky Squire. That's a bummer. Well, no, it's not a bummer. Balatro is amazing. I don't know if Animal Well won any awards. And so it is a bummer to me that it couldn't win this one because Balatro already won one.
Yeah, and you loved that game.
Oh, yeah, so good. I do think that one or Balatro are the best of those 5. But so I'm behind that. Best independent game, and here we go again. Balatro wins over Animal Well, Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, Neva, which is the one I just got. It's supposed to be excellent. And UFO 50, which I'm glad it at least got nominated because it deserves it. Best community support. Baldur's Gate 3 wins over Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, Helldivers 2, and No Man's Sky. Best ongoing game, Helldivers 2 wins over Destiny 2, Diablo 4, Final Fantasy 14, and Fortnite. Helldivers won quite a bit. Games for Impact for a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message. Neva won this one over Closer the Distance, Indica, Life is Strange Double Exposure, and Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. There's a lot of awards. We're almost done with them, though. Innovation and accessibility. Really happy that this game won something. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown won here over Star Wars Outlaws, Dragon Age, Veilguard, Diablo 4, and Blops 6. That game's really great. That one is probably my second favorite Metroidvania game I've played this year, just after Nine Souls. Graphics are very pretty. It's excellent boss fights. Yeah, super good. Best performance went to Melina Juergens for Senua's Saga Hellblade 2 over Luke Roberts from Silent Hill 2, Humberly Gonzalez from Star Wars Outlaws, Hannah Tell from Life is Strange, and Brianna White for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Best audio design, Senua's Saga won that one over Silent Hill, Final Fantasy, Call of Duty, and Astrobot. Best score and music, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth wins over Astrobot, Metaphor. There's a lot of like Astrobot and Metaphor being like nominated for everything. Silent Hill actually got a lot of nominations as well. I don't know if it won a single one though. We'll see. And Stellar Blade. Best art direction. Metaphor wins that over Astrobot, Black Myth, Wukong, Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree. I also don't think Shadow of the Erdtree won anything. I wonder if it got like fewer votes because it's a DLC pack.
Right.
I know that was kind of a bit of controversy. And Neva, which is very pretty. Best narrative, Metaphor over almost the same ones. Final Fantasy, Like a Dragon, Senua's Saga, and Silent Hill 2. Best game direction goes to Astrobot over Balatro, Black Myth, Elden Ring, and Final Fantasy VII. And game of the year, the big kahuna, is won by Astrobot over
Wow.
Balatro, Black Myth, Elden Ring, and Final Fantasy VII. I think it's an amazing game and deserves lots of praise and recognition. It won like 5 awards, though. It's kind of crazy. I don't know if it's better than these other ones, but
It's a hard comparison
it really
for me.
is. It really
They're
is.
so different.
They are. Like, in my head, I put it in like the same category as like Super Mario Galaxy, which I hold in like the highest esteem. Love that game. But I do put it in a different bucket in my head than like Elden Ring and Black Myth Wukong and even Balatro, that's a card game. So it is hard to compare. They're like apples and oranges and bananas.
It really is, because Black Myth Wukong to me was so much more rewarding than Astrobot. It's
Yeah.
like, holy, I just beat that guy finally? That's insane. It was pretty easy to run through most levels on Astrobot, although it was very creative and unique.
Creative, pretty, and kind of a nostalgia trip.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
Uh-huh.
So it's just kind of giving you different things.
And the fact that the Balatro is there is making me just think that game must be awesome.
Oh, it's so good. If you have Apple Arcade, play it on your phone or your iPad. It's free on there. And if you don't have it on there, buy it on Steam or on PlayStation, because it's great. It's so good. Anyways, that's all of the awards. So we went through those. Next, Devin, if you will throw me that first link there. And just before we start, so this is going to be kind of a long segment, right? There's a lot of stuff announced during the show. Did you watch any of it or have seen any news from the show? Just curious.
I knew Astrobot won.
You knew it won. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know anything else?
I've seen some things that were announced there that I think will refresh in my brain when I see them.
When we get there. Okay. Yeah. You should when we get to one that you have seen, you should let me know. I'm curious to see which ones you have or haven't. I did watch it basically almost twice to pull all this stuff in, but all right. In the pre-show, they started with a few things, and again, I skipped some stuff that I didn't think was as interesting, like those gacha games. But first up, this is a pretty cool reveal here, in my opinion. The team that makes Blasphemous, which is an awesome but very violent Metroidvania game, is making a Ninja Gaiden game. And it looks awesome. It has this like really cool artwork, and they're really good at 2D like combat. And so in a second here, I'm going to scrub forward just a little bit. It gets to some gameplay, and I'm just like too down for that pixel art and, you know, blood and guts going everywhere and ninjas. And so I'm really pumped about that one. I like a good retro game though. And I especially love it when a team that makes excellent games makes something like cool and retro, because that looks like of the highest like pixel art quality.
I'm a fan of this type of pixel art. It's a little bit clearer.
Super Nintendo or PlayStation pixel art, not NES. Yeah, that one looks really cool. Next up was, you probably already threw me the link. Sorry.
But, no, I have not. There it is.
We've got. Take a second for some of these to load. Was that the next one?
It was, yes.
I swear we had one more. Is there not one more between that? Oh, I must have deleted it. Doesn't matter. Slay the Spire 2 was announced a little bit ago, but they had a new trailer here, and it will be coming to early access. I think it just said in 2025. Looks pretty similar to the first one. I imagine there's just a lot of new cards, new monsters. I think they even show like a new character with question marks in front of it, and all the characters kind of have a special ability. So if you like Slay the Spire, we already talked about it earlier in the episode. I bet you're excited about this one. I will probably wait to play it till it's out of early access. I just don't want to play a game in its not finished state. Because if I really like it, then I'm like, how much more would I have loved it if it was actually done? Because the game will probably be like, I don't know, 60, 75% done. They haven't like finished all the bosses or added all the levels, and they add them over time during early access. So that's not a thing that I like. I have so many games to play. I'll just wait. But anyways, looks really cool. Love, love, love Slay the Spire. Next up was... These aren't telling me what they are before I click on them, so I don't remember until we get there. But a new bit of DLC for Dave the Diver, which also has really cool pixel art, but in a much different style. Dave the Diver is a really fun and funny indie game about diving for fish and then selling sushi at this like sushi restaurant. Excuse me. This DLC doesn't show anything other than this like cinematic. I think it's called Into the Jungle. Comes out, I think it said fall 2025 or late 2025. So I'll definitely be checking that out when it is available. Okay, next they showed, again, still during the pre-show, it opened back to Dave the Diver. What did I click on?
That's fun. The next game is Thick as Thieves.
Okay, this one I think was from Warren Spector, who is a game designer that has made some other stealth games, like Thief and I think Deus Ex. For some reason it doesn't like us. There we go. And in this game, I couldn't quite tell if it's like a multiplayer game or if you're playing against the game in single player and there are other thieves as well. There are different thieves you can play and you're trying to steal stuff. Kind of gives me a Dishonored kind of vibe, but a little more cartoony, like grappling hooks and you're getting up high and trying to hide from the police. So I don't have a lot of experience with Deus Ex, but it looks like it could be fun.
Yeah, it kind of looks like Deathloop in a way.
Yeah, similar kind of colorful art style there. Alrighty. Next one is maybe I'll just have you tell me what the name
Shadow Labyrinth.
Oh yeah, Shadow Labyrinth. This one looks funny. This is a new idea from the world of Pac-Man. With a kind of a dark, what looks like a Metroidvania game theme, where you're like fighting these enemies and exploring, and you have a little robot Pac-Man behind you. And eventually he like kind of, I don't know what it is, he kind of like corrupts you and you have to like eat like the enemies, it looks like. It shows it in just a second. Oh, here it goes. Right here. You must eat. And it shows Pac-Man like kind of infecting you and then chomping that bad boy. So the weirdest Pac-Man crossover ever.
Very strange.
It even does like that wah-oh, like when he's eating. I'm like, that looks so weird. But there's that.
Next game is Tales of the Shire.
Tales of the Shire. Okay, this was just a quick little look at Tales of the Shire. This is the Lord of the Rings game where you play in the Shire as a hobbit and you're farming and cooking food and inviting your friends over for dinner and stuff like that. They had a YouTuber that I don't know her name. I think it was Cozy Bee or something that kind of went through some of those details. I don't think this is a David game, but I do like Lord of the Rings, so maybe I'll be persuaded. All right, next up
we got Midnight Murder Club.
Midnight Murder Club. This one kind of gives me Phasmophobia vibes, but with like I don't know, with guns. It's like really dark, and you're like wandering through these places with your friends, and you're trying to stay alive, and there's like, I don't know if there are entities or just the game is like trying to kill you and you're trying to survive the night. I don't know. The people are like laughing and in like voice chat together during this gameplay.
And that's the way to play these types of games. I have a lot of experience in Phasmo and Demonologist.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? I think
you're right.
And based on who you're playing with, these can actually be super fun, even if the mechanics are kind of old school and janky.
Yep. I think it's coming to PlayStation and PC, and I want to say, the beta is available now, and it's early access in February.
Next up is Kiora or Kiora.
Kiora. It opened at the same page, so I'll just scrub forward for a sec, see if we get there.
23, 22.
23, we got a minute here. Let's see. 23. Getting through a game award here. Somebody won. Here it is. 23-22. This was an indie game that kind of looked like Terraria to me. You're like, it's a 2D game. Excuse me. and it looks like you can play with friends. There's like multiple characters on the screen, and you're like in a castle, and then you're farming, and the camera just keeps panning down, and they're like going down and mining, and there's monsters down in the mine. Gave me a Terraria vibe.
Yeah, very much so.
The company or the developer that made this game made another one called Core Keeper that I hadn't heard of, but it seems like it's pretty well loved, and they even mention it here in the trailer. So that's Kiora, if you want to try that one out. Devin, if I have any notes on any of those, like coming out in 2025 or whatever, you can just say those if you want.
Okay, perfect.
That way I don't have to steal the iPad from you.
Yeah, next up is Rematch. Sifu teams take on Rocket League.
Yep. I thought this one looks really cool. It's soccer from the Sifu team, but like it looks like it's on a Rocket League pitch, kind of. And it looks like it's kind of fast paced like that. You're like passing your teammates and doing these crazy shots, and when you score, like the barrier around the arena like lights up. It just reminds me of Rocket League.
Yeah,
mixed
crazy.
With, like, soccer. I think it looks really cool, actually.
So much more first person, if you know what I mean, compared to FIFA.
Yeah. FIFA I've never really liked, but this looks very fast paced. And it looks like it's teams of 4, maybe? So I don't know. This might be excellent. The gameplay of Sifu was super cool. Just that the control scheme was like super hard to get used to. So I wonder what this will be like. If it'll be similar, but that's Rematch from the Sifu team.
Up next is Solasta 2. Solasta?
Yeah, I think that's what it's called. This is the last game that they showed in the opening pre-show. And I didn't know a lot about this game, but it's a sequel to the first one. And it's coming to early access in 2025, and I think it's based on Dungeons and Dragons. They said like 5th edition is kind of the rule set that it is based on. It looked a little bit like Divinity Original Sin, in my opinion, like when it gets to the gameplay here in a second. I think they show gameplay. Yeah, like kind of like Diablo kind of vibes. So if you like that kind of game, you've probably played the first one, I would imagine, but Solasta 2. All right. I had a cough in my throat. But then Jeff Keighley, Mr. Keighley, took to the stage. And he had quite a bit of stuff. Harrison Ford came up on the screen on the stage with Troy Baker, gave out an award. He looks like he did not want to be there, but was probably paid a lot to be there.
Oh, did he look?
He kind of looked
pleased.
He didn't look like super grumpy. He just kind of looked out of it. Like, what am I supposed to say? That's kind of the vibe I got.
Same.
All right.
Next up, there's a big one. Witcher 4.
This
which
is a big
it did not put you to.
No, it didn't.
40.
It put me back to Solasta, but I can. It's at 40?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just scrub. Here we go. 40.
The Witcher 4. I didn't even know that was in the works. Well, no one probably did. They were saying that now. They were telling everybody that The Witcher 4 was in the works now, right?
I think they had confirmed that they were the developer
so people
CD
knew
Projekt
something.
was working on a Witcher project and another Cyberpunk, I think. But they hadn't confirmed anything. The big controversial point here has been that the main character is not Geralt. It's Ciri, who is one of the main characters. But,
Yeah.
You usually play as Geralt in these games. Ciri, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking about Ciri from The Witcher 4.
She's naming that tune for you. She's listening. Leave us alone. Oh, no.
Yeah, what the heck?
Okay, we're good.
I think she turned off. Anyways, so they showed a couple minutes of a cinematic trailer of The Witcher 4. I don't think any date or anything was even given, but people were pretty pumped about that one. Next one was probably just as big, in my opinion. Devin, is this one you saw something about?
I did.
Okay,
Briefly.
This is Elden Ring Night Rain, which is a standalone Elden Ring game coming out in 2025. And IGN played it, so they had quite a few details. I put the summary together here on the iPad from Push Square. And so I'm going to read the first paragraph, Devin, and then maybe you can read the bullet points after. But from IGN, they said, quote, "You squad up with 2 other players at the start of each round, get dropped into a densely packed alternate reality chunk of Limgrave that has both its enemy types and the placement of its castles and forts randomly shuffled around at the beginning of each session. And it's up to you and your squad mates to build up from your lowly level 1 character status as fast as possible by harvesting runes and weapons as you slash and dash through every enemy-filled camp and castle that you come across." End quote.
So is it going to be more co-op focused?
I think that is all it is. I think you either play with friends or with randoms, which is kind of crazy.
That's super cool. Hopefully you don't have to like get the furled finger out and draw on the ground and your friend has to go to the same location as you.
Yeah, hopefully you can just join a lobby in
join
the
a
menu.
freaky lobby already. Holy FromSoft, drive me nuts with that.
They had a lot more details kind of bullet pointed out, so I'm just going to have Devin read some of those.
Yeah, I'm going to cover all these. Night Rain is structured around a 3-day cycle, with each day lasting 15 minutes. During the daytime of the first day, you can choose to go wherever you like. As night approaches, where you can go becomes restricted as acid rain closes in on you like a battle royale circle. Strange. When the circle is at its smallest, you enter a random boss fight, including both old and new foes. This process repeats for the second and third day. 8 distinct characters to play that all have clear strengths and weaknesses. Each character has a unique skill and ultimate attack that operate on cooldown meters. Weird. So are you not building your own character?
It seems like you're like building a build during that session, kind of like leveling up with runes just during that session, which is kind of crazy.
Crazy. If you die, your teammates can revive you by attacking you.
Seems weird too.
Very strange. In between rounds, you go to the round table hold. In the round table hold, you can spend a currency called Merc on emotes and skins. Relics offer permanent upgrades to your characters, and you slot up to 3 in your loadout. Last bullet point is those last... The last bullet points may make Elden Ring Night Rain sound like a live service effort, but it's explained that just buying the game gets you access to the complete package.
Yeah,
there aren't any battle passes.
Yep. Kind of cool. I like that they're doing that. I think it looks cool. Some of the things that people have been noticing is that some older bosses from like Dark Souls 2 and 3 are also in this trailer, and they said in that bullet point they're going to pull old bosses forward.
Oh, funny.
It'd be cool to see like a Bloodborne one if so PlayStation would let them.
Pariahs, best boss ever.
Like I think this boss here, the dragon dude with the lightning, I think he's from something. I haven't played all of Dark Souls 2 or 3, so I thought that this fight here on kind of that shore where you fight Rom or whatever his name is. This boss fight with these 3 wolf things looks cool.
This looks like where you fight that massive
not
guy. What's his name?
Riding the little horse.
Yeah. Well, he's actually the end boss for the DLC as well. Why am I drawing a blank?
Oh, I haven't.
Radon.
Yeah, Radon. That's it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look at us get there.
That game's going to be absolutely ginormous. Comes out in 2025. I imagine sometime near the summerish. So a couple big ones to start the show off with Elden Ring and what was the other one? The Witcher 4. Next up was
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth PC announcement.
Coming to PC. I think there was a date there, maybe on
January 23rd.
Yeah, January 23rd. So if you want to play that on PC, there you go. I haven't played that one. I think I'd maybe like them, but I just kind of want to wait till the third one's out. I haven't played the original Final Fantasy VII. Turn-based combat isn't really my thing sometimes. And then Final Fantasy VII is coming to PC.
What is going on?
I don't know.
The next one, 52 and a half.
52 and a half.
Path of Exile 2, free-to-play early access, available next year.
Yeah, this game looks cool. It just it looks like Diablo, but supposedly they focus a lot on like making the end game like content really excellent. There's over 50 bosses in the game. The graphics are actually very pretty for like a Diablo style game. I think it looks pretty cool. This one's got a bit of buzz for sure. So that's a Path of Exile. Dose.
Next is an untitled project from Gen Design.
Yep.
Shadow of the Colossus, The Last Guardian.
Yep. This the director is, what's his name there? It's
Fuetu
Ueda.
You did that better than me.
I love Shadow of the Colossus. I haven't played The Last Guardian or Eco, but they're making a new game. It doesn't have a title at this point, but it does show a dude, and he is climbing. He is climbing in kind of Shadow of the Colossus style, this giant kind of machine, and then he climbs into the head of said machine and flies it off like a little airplane.
What a guy.
What a guy. Yep. I don't know. Cool vibe. There's like this storm coming, so he has to fly up. Definitely
Cool.
weird.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I don't love announcements that are like, we don't have a name. The game's coming out in 7 years. It's like, can't get too excited, but it is kind of cool that guy's still making games. Okay, next up is
The Outer Worlds 2.
Oh yeah. So this is the team that made. Oh, this is funny. They had said the team that made you Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic 2, and what's the other one? Neverwinter Nights 2, and there's another game that they made, Fallout 3 New Vegas, which they called Part 2 in that joke. They're making The Outer Worlds 2, which is a sequel to the other game they made. This is Obsidian. They made The Outer Worlds. Since they made Fallout New Vegas, this series definitely has like Fallout vibes, like hardcore. Siri is like all freaking out. Leave me alone, Siri.
I'm excited for this. I watched another streamer actually play a lot of Outer Worlds, and
oh, really?
it was fun for me.
Yeah, it's supposed to be pretty good. I thought the most interesting thing about this one was at the end of the trailer. We can get there in 2025. Welcome back to the future. Outer Worlds 2. And, well, we're almost there. And I'm going to pause it right about now. Coming to Game Pass, Xbox Series X, Steam, and PlayStation 5. Just announcing it right from the get-go. It's kind of crazy.
Do they typically not announce where it's landing?
No, this is a Xbox Game Studios team. They own Bethesda and own Obsidian. But just like Indiana Jones is coming to PlayStation 5 in the spring, it seems like more and more of Xbox's games are just going to continue.
I think the console wars is just about to end.
I think so too, which will be a happy day.
Oh, agreed, yeah. It's like, I want to play that. Well, you didn't buy the right machine.
Yeah.
Isn't that silly?
It kind of is. All right. What we got next?
107.
107.
A game called Split Fiction.
Oh, yeah.
New game from the It Takes Two team, which, very fun.
Yeah. Yep.
This looks sweet.
It does look very cool. It's about two like writers who get sucked into this world where their stories can come to life, and they have to get out. It's a co-op game like It Takes Two, and there's all kinds of like different worlds they go to. One of the authors writes sci-fi, and the other writes fantasy, and so you're like hopping back and forth between sci-fi and fantasy.
That's a good balance, because I can get sick of either one if there's too much.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's pretty cool. They show like quite a few different scenarios here. They said they try to like have a new like gameplay mechanism like every few minutes or whatever. There was like snowboarding a minute ago, and then you're flying stuff. And
this team has found a niche. What a beautiful thing to be able to play with a partner or someone that doesn't maybe play as many games.
Yep.
They can always vibe with whatever game this team makes.
Yep. And it's really paid off for them. I think It Takes Two has sold 20 million copies, which is like humongous.
Wow. And
they're doing the same thing with this game where you only need to buy one copy, and then your friend can also download it and play it with you.
Amazing.
Such a cool thing for a co-op game. I feel like if they didn't do that, it's just hard. How do you convince your other friend, like, I need you to spend $40 as well?
I know you want to play this as bad as me.
Yeah. But if you're like, hey, you can just download this for free, like such a easier sell. So I think that looks really cool.
Yeah, same. Next up is Frag Punk, free to play on March 6th.
Yeah, this is a first person shooter. Kind of looks like couldn't decide. I think it kind of looks like Apex Legends, but in like smaller arenas. But you have these cool like cards, and the players like hold them and then crush them in their hands, and those cards will do crazy things like change the weather, or give you a different weapon, or give the other team big heads, or shrink your team's heads to really
funny.
small. So it like activates these weird special effects on the different teams. So I don't know, kind of a cool idea. Might be really fun.
Look at the smile. That's funny.
Yeah.
All right, we got another section here that you probably know this person. I don't know. Amir Savat.
Oh yeah. Let me get to this.
I probably should know. Is this the guy that doesn't do the haircuts or no?
No.
Is it the good doctor?
No, not Reiner Knizia. Here he is. So this guy, he started like this Google sheet that turned into like a website just to help people that have been laid off in the video game industry. And I think in like the last few years and he does it totally for free. He doesn't take any money, and it's like become a community of like people that give consulting and mentorship advice to people that have lost their jobs, and that is also done for free. And they have helped over 3,000 people find a new job.
Wow.
And again, just like a cool guy, his name's Amir, and he got like to come up on stage and talk about it for a minute. He got a game award. I think it was like, I don't remember what they called it. It was a new category this year for like impact of some sort, but it's just a cool guy. He did that all out of the goodness of his heart.
Yeah,
and
super selfless.
Helped a lot of people like find a new job, because I imagine that would be incredibly stressful to be laid off. Anyways, that was a cool segment. A lot of people were touched by that one.
Next up is Steel Hunters. You can playtest it now on Steam.
Yeah. I feel like it kind of has like a Warhammer vibes a little bit. I can't fully remember what was in this trailer, to be honest, but very pretty. At least this cinematic trailer. Let me scrub through just a little bit. See if... Oh yeah, it does show some gameplay. It's like big mechs, actually. Kind of like Mech Assault. If you remember that one. Let's see if we can get to the gameplay here in just a sec. Any second. Here we go. I don't know. Kind of looks crazy, like Transformers or something.
Yeah, looks cool.
So, I don't know much else about this team or even about this game, but cool looking, unique, definitely, style of game. Alrighty.
Up next is Black Frost, The Long Dark 2.
Yeah. The Long Dark is a survival game where you have to survive like out in the like snowy Canada, maybe, and you have to find food and like make fires and find shelter, and the like wolves will like hunt you. I have the first one. It's a pretty difficult survival game, to be honest. This one has definitely stepped up the graphical fidelity. It looks very pretty, and it looks like it's kind of like a continuation and a growth from that first one. So hopefully it's really great. I am very picky with the survival style game because there's a lot of digging through menus, and it's like I'm gonna spend 3 hours and find like 4 cans of beans and barely like be staying alive, you know. But I have really loved some, like Subnautica, even though that is the scariest game I've ever played in my life. But
it is.
This one looks cool. I like the graphical update.
The next one would be what I am pretty much most excited about because I'm a Borderlands fanatic.
Oh yeah, yep. Then they had this new trailer here for Borderlands 4. I don't think they show any gameplay, unless I'm mistaken. I think it's just a cinematic trailer.
They hint. I've seen a little bit of this. They hint at like loot drops, and there's all these guns.
Yeah,
stuff on the ground.
Colored guns on the ground. Man, they've got a good thing going with Borderlands, though. If they just follow like the same kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Not recipe. The same recipe as Borderlands 3, then I think they'll be in a good place, because that one was like super cool. I feel like some people didn't like Borderlands 3 like at launch. I don't know why, but I thought it was really awesome.
Agreed.
So, anyways, I think that one looks cool. I don't know much else about like the lore or anything. There's some crazy robot looking dudes. Anyways, Borderlands 4, if you like. Borderlands.
We've got Tekken 8 Clive Rossfield announcement.
Yeah, Clive, the main character from Final Fantasy 16, is coming to Tekken 8. So if you want to fight,
you
want to fight Hihachi with one of Clive's icons,
Clive gonna get smashed by those sandals.
Yeah, for sure. So, anyways, that was just a small thing, but a lot of people clapped in there for it. So Tekken and Clive must have a pretty big following. It was kind of funny. The character there, whose name I can't remember, was like talking in Japanese, and then Clive answers him in English. It's like, what?
It's a big game for some.
Mm-hmm.
Splitgate 2.
Yeah. Basically Halo with portals. I think the multiplayer of Halo is like such a vibe and like unique, like floating jump mechanics and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so this game was really fun for like a few months.
Yeah.
So I hope it can. I feel like it kind of fell off eventually though. So I wonder if this one can be a little more sticky and stay around a little longer. I'm not sure. It looks cool. Graphics are pretty. And again, I like that kind of arena shooter vibe. So it's a fun one. Splitgate 2. I don't know if it had a date there. 2025 was all it said, I think.
Did that one come over? Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Next is Mecha Break, spring of 2025. Xbox and PC.
This one looks kind of like Mech Assault. This is the one I was confusing it for. But like, wow, a lot going on, and your character moves really fast, bullets everywhere, and you're zipping and zooming.
Goodness.
Yeah, it looks kind of nuts. It might be really fun. Kind of reminds me of what's the game that From just made? Armored Core.
Yeah.
I haven't played Armored Core, but I've always thought about like, man, I bet it's great. And so this kind of looks like that, to be honest. Anyways, that one you said it was March, right? Yeah. So next up should be
Royal the Serpent.
Right. Sorry. There was after this, there was a musical number, and maybe I'll just go to it really quick. With I think 3 different artists, and they sang a tribute to Arcane, the TV show.
Amazing.
And so they have kind of some Arcane scenes going on in the background. And I don't know these first 2 artists. Royal the Serpent. The second one's name is David, but it's spelled D4VD.
Oh, that's how you should spell your name. I think we legitimately changed that.
I'm guessing.
I'll put a 3 in my name. A 3 and a 1.
I'm guessing David is this black guy here in a minute. He's saying pretty well as well. But then the last of the 3 sang part of the song too, and I think it was, what was their name, 21 Pilots, and they did really, really well. I think they were the best of the 3, in my opinion. So it was a cool song. Lots of people like crying in the audience. I don't know if the song...
Were you crying at home?
I wasn't, but I did think it was a very well performed song. So I know.
Unreal.
Probably because I haven't seen Arcane all the way through yet.
Are we getting there? Or has that been put on hold?
It has until my Netflix lapsed, but I'm going to renew it on probably Christmas Day because I want to watch Nate Bargatze's new special because I think he's hilarious. And so after I do that, I'll finish Arcane. Anyways, just a musical number. That was good.
We got more games for you. Yeah. Next one is Virtua Fighter.
Yeah, this is a fighting game kind of like, Tekken or Dead or Alive or something like that. That I don't think there's been one in a long, long time. And so they kind of teased it a little bit here. And then, did I go too far? No, this is it. They show some fighting, people smashing through some walls and stuff, and basically just say, we're working on a Virtua Fighter game. I think there maybe is some gameplay here in a second punching. Maybe not. Anyways, if you like Virtua Fighter, sounds like they're making one. Oh, there you go. There's some punchy kick.
Look at them go.
Yeah. I think the next one's also a punchy kick.
Project Century.
Yeah, this isn't a fighting game. This is like but it does have a lot of fighting in it. I think this is another game from the team that does Yakuza. And it looks kind of like that, just in like earlier Japan. This is 1915. And there's just like I don't know, lots of brawls that happen on this street. They're just like fighting and punching and smashing through food carts and stuff. So, but if you like Yakuza, which is a pretty big franchise currently, then I don't know, you might be excited about this one too.
Turok Origins is next.
Oh yeah, this was a big one. There hasn't been a Turok game, I don't think, since the Nintendo 64, unless I'm mistaken. Oh, I gotta ask you a question about this one too, Devin.
Mm-hmm.
Who does this main character look like when we get to his face? Because I can't decide if it is actually that actor, but I highly doubt it because I don't think they could afford the person I'm thinking of. But basically, got a guy running in here. He's gonna fight some dinos. They do show some gameplay that has guns and stuff, like the original Turok. It looks like it might be fun. They show some gameplay in a sec. What does that look like? Oh man, the face structure looks so much like John Cena to me.
I'm not seeing it.
You're not? Wow, I cannot believe that. I like so much of like his cheekbones and his like upper lip. I guess it's hard to judge somebody based on their upper lip, but I don't know. Looks like John Cena.
That's funny.
I don't think it is, because again, they couldn't afford him, but it seems like they were like, we want our guy to look cool. Let's make him look like John Cena. But they show some gameplay here. I want you to see this. I think it looks kind of fun. Turok Origins. I never had a Turok game because they were always like rated M, and they came out when I was pretty young, and they were kind of like in the same bucket of like violent, bloody game like Mortal Kombat to me. But anyways, kind of looks cool.
Weird, yeah, very strange.
All right, next up was a.
This is exciting for all the multiplayer fans. Helldivers 2 has a new alien race.
They do, yeah. They had the actor guy from the Helldivers cutscene at the beginning of the game come out, and he gave a speech in the full Hell Armors attire.
Oh, wow.
Did the fist pump and everything. It was pretty great.
That's amazing.
And then, it was a new update for the game, which was available, I think, immediately. And I think it's a new alien race. They also announced, I think just today or yesterday, that some Killzone skins are coming to the game, so you can buy the Hellgast helmets with those cool orange eyes. Yeah, this is totally a new alien race. So, which is really cool because I like the two they had, but having a third one, man, they kind of look zombie-like. At least the smaller mobs, and there's vehicles and stuff now too, and the planet you're on kind of looks like an abandoned city and stuff.
I just watched a zombie movie with Bill Murray and Kylo Ren.
Huh.
It's called The Dead Don't Die. Just came out on Netflix. So weird. One of the weirdest movies I've ever watched.
Really?
Yes.
I feel like I want to play this game again. It's been probably 6 months since I've played it, and I bet they've had a lot of updates, especially with this brand new one. I think I need to try Helldivers again. Looks cool.
Warframe 1999.
Right, this is the newest update to Warframe, which is a live service game that has been around for 15 years. I don't even know how it stayed around so long, but it I don't know. It gets a lot of new content updates, and people must love it. But this one's called 1999. I don't know anything about the game, so I don't really have a lot to say here. But there you go.
I don't either.
Like Warframe, then you got a new thing coming out. 1999. I didn't even write a date, so maybe it's out.
Comes out in the past. Onimusha, Way of the Sword, but not till 2026.
Yeah, this was let me get to the right section here. Oh, I think nope, that's Warframe. Then a section I skipped with Pal World. And then
starts at 202, 203.
Okay. 202 right about we'll just go here.
Yeah, there.
Onimusha was a kind of a samurai stealth kind of game that I think was on the PlayStation 2. There hasn't been one in a long time. This is kind of a big deal. It's made by Capcom,
Ugh,
and
I do like them.
they are like firing on all cylinders lately. Everything they make is like gold. So I hope that this is also great.
Except that early access for Monster Hunter was not doing it for me.
Yeah, that's true.
But that game maybe just isn't for me.
Yeah, Monster Hunter is a very different kind of animal. But anyways, I haven't played an Onimusha game, so I don't know much about it, but it looks like sword fighting dudes. And it looks like there's kind of some zombie sword dudes. And a big old boss dude.
Made out of
paper mache?
Yeah, paper.
So if you like Onimusha, that one was kind of a surprise. Onimusha, Way of the Sword. 2026, though. But Capcom can announce things that far in advance. They've kind of earned it.
Dying Light. The Beast.
Yeah. This is a standalone kind of... I don't know if spin-off is the right word, but a standalone game in that universe. And I think it's more in like a rural area where like there's forests and stuff, and instead of just being in a city like the first two are, I think. There's probably more like to the lore and stuff like that. But they had a new trailer here for that game. I think the premise of Dying Light's really cool, where like the zombies aren't too scary during the day, but at night they become like ultra dangerous, and so you kind of have to like hide and play like a different kind of game at night. Cool idea. I haven't played one. So
this is my favorite announcement. Hunt Showdown event, Post Malone's Murder Circus.
Yeah, Post Malone is in this trailer right here.
What a cool guy.
He is a cool guy. But yeah, I guess this game, what's it called again? Hunt Showdown is having a big new event. And Post, I don't know if he likes this game or if they just paid him a lot of money. Probably both. But if you want to play his Murder Circus, did I write down when that's I didn't. It's coming out sometime soon. Let me see if it says here. It's like there's some creepy clowns at the Murder Circus, though. This is a cool game. I like the idea of it, but the first time we played it was on PlayStation 4 at like 20 frames a second.
Oh my goodness, I remember.
That was rough. It is better now.
This would be my type of game. Just in a weird time, super horror-ish.
Yeah.
And you're going against other real players, and there's
since it's
objectives.
On PlayStation 5 now, I think it's a lot smoother. The event's live now until February 10th, so
we should play that.
We should try it.
Yeah.
We could even try it at the end of the episode.
OMG.
We'll see.
This one is now old news because I have played this game mode. This is Ballistic in Fortnite early access.
Oh, you tried it?
I did, yes. I played one round and was like, ah. But I think some people are loving it from what I've seen.
It's a 5v5, kind of like Valorant thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't... Those kind of games are for a very specific type of player, I feel like. And I feel like I can have fun with them for a little bit, but the skill ceiling is very high and very sweaty.
Oh, man. Yeah.
And so it's a frustrating at a certain point, similar to something like Rocket League. I still feel like I have fun with Rocket League because you're playing with like other people and stuff, but I don't know. You can get sweaty in those things. Next up was a Suicide Squad game. They've been working on it for a little bit. I think it comes out.
It's a Squid Game.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a Suicide Squad Squid Game?
Did I say Suicide Squad?
Yeah. That's Harley Quinn.
Yeah, and Batman's coming out and just saying.
No, that's Batman. Oh, yeah, we're seeing different things. Sorry.
He's coming. There's Batman, yeah. No, this is a Squid Game, the video game. What's it called? Squid Game Unleashed. Probably perfect timing. I don't know if they even put a date here in the trailer. Maybe we'll see at the end. But the new season of the show comes out the day after Christmas. So, which is in 8 days, surprisingly.
Christmas is?
Christmas is in 7.
Oh my gosh.
The show comes out in 8 days. So I wonder if this game is also going to be out then. Let's see. If I do a 5-second fast forward. December 26th. Is the show? I don't feel like it's set for the game. It might be at the same time, not sure. Oh, here's Snoopy D. And I don't
That was the next thing. Snoop Dogg and his son.
Oh, was it? Well, here you go. It was just like a little note that they came out. They didn't really do much at this point, but they did present an award. So he presented.
He is also in Fortnite right now, for anybody listening.
He is. He raps later in the show, so he's everywhere.
Oh, shoot. Look at him go.
He was like the man at the Olympics. I feel like he's super everywhere at the moment. This next one is from Ghost Town Games, who made Overcooked, and it's another cooperative game. They has kind of like a cool art style, and they tease it but don't really show much. They like these characters are looking at a movie screen and they're like, "Whoa, is this the new game?" They're showing so much gameplay, but the camera stays fixed on their faces. So you don't really see too much about like what it even is about.
It is called Stage Fright.
Stage Fright, yep. I think they briefly show something at the very end. They're like some weird aliens. And yeah, here we go. They are kind of like, oh nope, it's done all of a sudden. So just a very, very light teaser. Overcooked was so awesome that I hope it's great. But I wish they would have shown more. It's like a whole lot of nothing.
I'm stoked for this next announcement. Really am. Double Dragon Revive. Let's go.
Yeah, I really like Double Dragon. When I was watching this trailer though, I was like, I wish they went with like a different art style. And they don't show gameplay either. I don't know. I hope it's a brawler, like a 2D brawler, moving left to right, fighting lots of bad guys, and not a 1v1 fighting game. Because it's a little hard to tell, because during this weird trailer, they just like fight each other right here, and then it shows a couple kicks and punches, and then it's over. But I'm kind of based on the bosses and stuff you were seeing. I imagine it's a brawler. So as long as they do that, I like Double Dragon. It'd be cool if they did Double Dragon and Battletoads again, though.
Yeah, I agree.
Wart, what's his name? Zitz and
Pimple, Zitz.
What's the last one? Was it Wart? No, Wart. Zitz, Pimple, Rash. I think it's Rash.
Why is it? Yeah, I think you are. I think you're correct.
I don't know. Anyways, could be good. All right. Next.
Screamer.
This one, I don't know a lot about. The voice actor, or the narrator, excuse me, I think was Troy Baker, doing some cool like narration over this. And it kind of gave me Twisted Metal vibes in that he's like saying, "You need to come and join my tournament, you screamers," who are supposedly these like racers. The art style is really cool. The cars like zipping around the track look cool, and then it goes to like 2D like animated people in the car, and like the graphically it looks really cool. But gameplay wise, I have no idea what's going on.
I don't either.
I assume it's a racing game. So Screamers, actually just Screamer, I think is what it's called. 2026, I think it said.
This is a big one for people as well.
Yeah, on the PC front for sure. Got PlayStation Studios, and then see a Naughty Dog logo, get real hyped. And then here's The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered coming to PC. I think April 3rd, if I remember correctly. So if you haven't played that, it is dark, harrowing, violent, but absolutely one of the best video games ever made. So definitely play it. Super, super excellent. Just be ready for scenarios that are tough to handle. Okay.
Next, we have Den of Wolves from the creator of Payday.
Oh, yeah. I thought this looks pretty cool. So you're robbing banks. It said you're assassinating people. You're doing all kinds of that stuff. I think in teams of 4, which sounds fun. I like a co-op game when you have like an objective you're trying to do together. Kind of similar to Hunt Showdown, where you've got the objective and find the monsters and stuff. But this is a little more realistic, obviously. Robbing banks and stuff. So I think if you've played Payday or anything like that, you'll probably enjoy this kind of game.
Yeah, it looks fun.
I'm not even sure. I think it's just co-op only. I don't think the people you're playing against are like another squad. I think it's just like you against the game. There's probably difficulty levels.
So it's all co-op PvE.
I think so. I think that's how
Crazy.
Payday is, at least. Maybe
those are my favorite parts of Destiny too.
Yeah, I agree.
Like,
Yeah. So looks pretty cool.
After that, Snoop Dogg did a little rappy.
Yeah, he did. He was
He came up with like some new dance moves or no?
well, first there was a couple of these gotcha games I skipped. So let's get past them and then we'll see Snoop Dogg. Oh, here he is.
Oh shoot.
I feel like it was a long song too. He was singing for like 10 minutes. Maybe not, but that's the guy that made It Takes Two.
Crazy. I love it.
Yeah. Kind of fun. All right. Then
next is Sonic Racing.
Oh yeah, this would be cool.
It would be.
Would be cool. Well, I'll show you why, Devin. We'll watch this entire teaser.
And I have to guess why?
You'll have to guess why I'm not too excited about it yet.
Okay.
I do like the black car. Shadow in there.
Shadow looks massive in that car. Oh, the cars are probably small, like Mario Kart.
Sonic Racing Cross Worlds.
I was supposed to get something from that?
That's why.
Oh.
even Jeff made a comment. He said, "Sorry, that's all you're getting right now, but I've played it and it's really fun." The Sonic Racing games are excellent. Like really good. I had one on the PlayStation 3 where you'd be like racing and then your car would change into a boat and then change into an airplane, and like such a fun game. I feel like Mario Kart 8 kind of ripped off some of that, to be honest. But anyways, we're almost done with the main announcements. I think we're getting closer, at least.
Yeah.
I think next up is a trailer for
Mafia.
Yeah,
the old
Mafia
country
game. I think this team has made, I don't know if they made all of them, but there's been a Mafia 2, and a Mafia 3 game. They're kind of like Grand Theft Auto, but based around the Mafia instead of like satire in New York or Los Angeles or wherever Grand Theft Auto takes place. So if you like crime drama, Mafia style drama, Godfather style stuff.
Oh, it almost looks real.
I know, the cinematics are crazy good looking. And I think that's all that there was here, was just a cinematic trailer.
A few more. This one is called Dispatch with Aaron Paul and Laura Bailey.
Oh yeah, Aaron Paul and Laura Bailey both came out to present this one. And it's kind of interesting.
So they're not in it?
They're voice actors in the game.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Aaron Paul is this superhero who, his name's Mecha Man. Not Mega Man. Mecha
really?
Man.
Cool.
And his suit, which looks a bit like Mega Man, broke. And so he's no longer like able to do superhero stuff. So he like joins this, I don't know, like 911 dispatch calls for superheroes. So people will call in and have an issue, and he has to assign like a specific superhero to go help them. Very cool. I like Aaron Paul a lot.
Is that Breaking Bad guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Laura Bailey's excellent.
And what would I know her from?
She's Abby from The Last of Us Part 2. Okay. She's in Spider-Man. And what else is Laura Bailey in? I feel like she's in a million things. She might be... Oh, no, that's not her. That's somebody else. Let's just look it up real quick while we're here. Laura Bailey is... Just want to see what she's in. She's on Critical Role, the Dungeons and Dragons.
She's in Vox Machina. That's funny. Have you seen Vox Machina? It show's ridiculous.
I haven't. She was in the Swan Princess? What the heck?
Heck yeah, that's where I knew her from.
Yeah. I've got to know why. What character was she in the Swan Princess?
She was the swan.
I feel like she would have been too young.
Oh, then she was probably that penguin thing you saw right there.
This is one of my wife's favorite movies, so growing up at least. Okay, we're on a tangent, but anyways, Laura Bailey, she's in a lot of video games. I can't remember like what the biggest ones are though, and this is gonna drive me nuts. So we're gonna go back actually and continue the tangent. She is in.
You're looking for like a main show, huh? That's really gonna stand out.
She's Mary Jane Watson in Spider-Man 2, Abby, Last of Us Part 2. Let's see, what else here? I swear there's another one I'm thinking of. Man. Open. Last of Us. Tales from the Borderlands. Diablo Immortal. Call of Duty Vanguard. Man, what is the big one I'm thinking of?
She did a lot of things. Holy.
Yeah, Marvel's Avengers. Already said The Last of Us Part 2. Gears 5. What is the character I'm trying to... I don't know. Days Gone. Well, I think I've kind of proved my point, but didn't prove it in the way I wanted to. So, shame on me, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's in Middle-earth Shadow War.
Uncharted?
Knack 2. Oh, yeah, that's the one. There we go. Plays Nadine in Uncharted 4. Uncharted The Lost.
I don't know why I just knew that's the one you were thinking of. So there were 700 right there.
All right, well, there you go. That's called Dispatch. I think it looks pretty cool.
All right, next is Okami sequel.
Okami is a game that I think came out like 15 years ago. And you play as like a fox or like a wolf. I haven't played it, but I've thought about getting it many times because people generally love it. And it's been a long time. And they just kind of announced a sequel with this cool musical number where this guy's playing the drums like crazy. Then the whole orchestra starts playing. And then there's art in the background. And then you're like, what is that wolf doing? And then you're like, oh, it's orange like Okami. Maybe this has something to do with it. And then they say in the background, Okami sequel. So I think they even said the production is just barely starting on the game. So it's going to be a minute. But again, Capcom. So I trust them.
That'll be here before Silksong.
Yeah, probably.
All right, did I send that over?
Sure did.
This is Crimson Desert, late 2025.
Crimson Desert. Yes, I think this is a single-player game in the Black Desert universe. I don't know a ton about it because it's based on that, but it looks beautiful. And
Wow,
it's
yeah.
like a very unique kind of vibe. And so just kind of based on, I think, the history with Black Desert and it switching to, which I think is an MMO, if I'm not mistaken, and switching to a single-player game. I hope they can nail it because it looks very pretty. So, anyways, that's Black Desert. I think you said late 2025, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they ended with one more thing before.
How did you know we were at the end? I was trying to make you think we were still going.
No, I could remember this was second to last. Right before they gave the Game of the Year award to Astrobot, they ended with this one. Devin, have you seen this?
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay. Well, I almost just want to like turn the volume up and watch the whole thing. So we're gonna.
We have no audio.
We do. It's just. We don't.
Would you say this was the biggest announcement?
Yes.
Oh, really? A Porsche spaceship? It's amazing. Okay, this is a big vibe of mine. This was like we're in the 90s.
Yep.
Are we in the 90s?
I don't know.
I hope so.
There is one curse word in this. I'll try to mute it. But I don't know. You probably won't be able to hear it very well in the video anyway. So the live reaction.
Jordan?
Tell me something good.
Well, you're right, it checks out. He's hiding out around this Imperium moon.
Excellent.
How is that excellent? He's next to Imperium.
Muted
And
perfect.
maybe
muted
that place
perfectly.
Ghosted is never heard from again.
Superstitions.
No. Superstitions are the crazy rumors about what happened on that planet. These are facts.
You worry too much.
You know what I worry just the right amount. I say we wait for
I love sci-fi.
or
This is such a cool sci-fi
we
vibe.
find a new
This
lead.
seems sweet. I like that it's not too futuristic looking.
Yeah.
Like the computers look old.
Mm.
I'm wasting my time, aren't I?
Can you please claim him? I don't need another hunter swooping in.
Who is swooping? No one is crazy enough to go there.
He clearly is.
He is clearly desperate.
And so am I, so claim him, or I will find another agent.
She's the actress that played the villain in the Uncharted movie.
Okay, alright, you know what?
And that villain that she's claiming the bounty for is a pretty famous actor.
It's a comedian, isn't he?
I think so. It was like Harold
Thank you.
Kumar. Or whatever.
Listen, kid. I'll see you on the other side.
So this is a Naughty Dog game?
This is a Naughty Dog game. This is their new franchise.
Oh my gosh.
So
The
in
vibe is so cool.
yeah, it's like Stranger Things meets sci-fi kind of.
Every time I look for a phone background
Mhm.
for my phone, I click 90s aesthetic. And this is so similar. Yeah, it's like Stranger Things as well. Something
Mm.
older. I gotta stop living in the past, I think. I don't know.
No, I love the 90s. That's when
Best
we were
time.
born. I'm super pumped about that. I think they should make this game and then do The Last of Us Part 3 just to finish The Last of Us, and then they can continue with this. He said it's being, I think, scored by two of the like main art musicians from Nine Inch Nails. I don't know a lot about them, but the game's being directed by Neil Druckmann, who directed, I think, Uncharted 4 and Uncharted 2 and The Last of Us and The Last of Us Part 2 and wrote The Last of Us and wrote and is like co-directing The Last of Us on HBO. So he's the director. They've been working on it since 2020, so for 4 years. So it's probably
wow.
not incredibly far out. Maybe 2026. That'd be awesome. But that was by far the biggest surprise there that they closed the show out with. So Devin, we've watched the highlights, basically the highlights that David chose for the Game Awards. So, you think it was a good show, mediocre show?
I was vibing the whole time. I mean, it's hard to know how good games are going to be.
Oh yeah.
I can look at a genre and instantly make a judgment and go, I wouldn't play that, and then I find out later it's fantastic.
Yeah.
And so I don't know, but I think it's a thumbs up for me.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's the best Game Awards they've had as far as like game announcements probably ever. There's been some other good ones, but they had Elden Ring, Witcher 4, that Naughty Dog announcement, which is, I mean, pretty huge. Naughty Dog's my favorite team though, so I'm very biased. But yeah, I thought it was really, really good as well. Well, Devin, that's our recap of the Game Awards back here on our faces, and that is going to end the news segment. And I think that was all we've got. There's not anything in crowdfunding right now really of note because it's the holidays. Probably will be back in January again, but not really right now. So this is gonna be a little bit longer of an episode just because of that. And I think just for fun, we're going to play at least one round of Vampire Survivors just to wrap up the show, and then we'll cut the cameras and maybe play some more offline. But anyways, for any audio listeners, thanks so much for listening. If you want to watch the rest of this playthrough, then make sure to check it out on YouTube or the separate cutout video that I'll put up on the Super Game Brothers YouTube channel. And that'll do it for episode number 38 of the Super Game Brothers podcast. Almost in the 40s, which means we're getting close to a year. Hope you have a good Christmas, since you won't hear us again until either Friday, which will be 2 days after Christmas, or Monday, which will be 5 days after Christmas. So have a good one. Be safe. Eat lots of cookies and whatever people do on Christmas. I guess I should know since I celebrate it every year, but do the good Christmas stuff.
I don't remember anything.
Yeah.
Ever.
All right. Well, Devin's gonna go grab
Who
those.
are you?
Those PlayStation controllers over there. We're gonna try to swap over to the PlayStation and see if this works. This will be our first attempt at sending the PlayStation through the capture card and over onto the screen. So this, I'll take the white one probably. We'll see if this will work for us or not. So we're gonna swap screens. PlayStation 5. Okay. And it does look like it's working. PlayStation's turning on. This is a little bit raw. There's no like prep or anything here. I feel like the camera got turned a little bit, so I'm gonna turn it a little bit back this way. Yeah, that's about where it was. Okay.
Did I just hit it?
No, it was me, I think, when I was plugging the HDMI cords in and stuff. So that'll be good. All right. And we should have some audio coming through from the place. Yep, I can see the audio and our voice. Okay. Devin, I want to look really quickly just at the unlocks and secrets. Well, maybe this is what we need. Are you going down when I talk? It doesn't look like it. I don't think the side ducking really worked, but... Hello, we're side ducking. Maybe we're not side ducking.
Ain't no side ducking all over here.
Yeah, whatever. It's alright. So, I need to, run away from, survive boss rush with just one weapon. Yeah, right. Her Royal Shadow. Oh, we unlocked that weird dude.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Forsake victory in favor of sightseeing in Carlo Kart.
Forsake victory in favor of... We could do that.
Yeah, we could probably try that one. I also need to reach level 50 with Gennaro, 50 with Christine, minute 31 in the inlaid library, and 50 with Arca. And then 80 with those 3 characters that have the, like, what's that called? The transformation?
That's the skeleton. I don't know who the other 2 are.
Yeah. And then I need to do some banishing, 10, 20, or 40, and complete the whole collection. I don't know how to get that Crimson Shroud. And then I need to unite both of those winged weapons. Haven't evolved that one? I don't even know what that one is.
It's the cat.
Oh.
And I think its evolution uses the little gold statue face thing.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Need to evolve the Song of Mana, unite the Vento Sacro and the Bloody Tear. Discover every standard evolution. That's probably enough to look at here. We don't need to look at the full list. Those are... So I'll probably play with Gennaro just for this first round. I don't like him. That's why I haven't gotten to level 50.
And I'll be Christine or Arca.
Cool. And then after that, we'll try...
Throw us in co-op.
Oh, yeah. Alrighty.
Boom.
If you haven't played this game, it's super fun. It's, I don't even know what you would call it. Kind of like an auto battler in a way. I don't feel like that's the right turn. Wow, that looks dorky. We'll stay with that one.
That was so odd. Okay. That was his. I don't know.
Yeah. They're both all right. Okay, and then we were looking to forsake victory and look
On
for
Carlo
sightseeing
Kart.
for Carlo Kart. Here's Carlo Kart.
So we're just gonna be looking for anything unique
I think so.
and going toward it.
Yeah.
I don't think there's much of a map on this level. If you haven't played this, you're probably going to be relatively confused. But this game is fantastic.
It really is. It's going to look like craziness on the screen. And it kind of is. But it's super good. You basically get weapons, you upgrade them. We're sharing passives. You get these passive weapons that will give you more XP or other buffs to your weapons. These are like, they're called Arcana cards, and they will give you some kind of other ability that might stack with some of the other things you're doing. I really like this Arcana because it kind of breaks the rules of the game a little bit and can get you more weapons than you usually can carry.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that's the one I usually start with. And then we're going to be moving around the screen. I start with this dumb little dagger. There is a lot of enemies at the start of this guy.
I'm trying to figure out where I'm going sightseeing here.
Okay, do I want any of these 3 weapons? It's my turn to level up, or I can re-roll or pass it over to Devin. I don't think he wants any of those. I don't remember if we upgraded the Night Sword, but I think we maybe did.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, we'll go with it.
Sightseeing. I'm so confused by this whole sightseeing thing.
I wonder if by victory it means like going fast, and so we should go slow, not hit like the power boosts. That's like the first. Why are you not getting upgrades?
I just upgraded like way fast, and
You did?
I didn't tell anyone what I did at all. I just picked a weapon that hits directly in front of me.
Nice. I'm gonna get this mace because if I get it all the way upgraded, it will basically spin around me in a full circle, and that seems like it'd be kind of handy.
Most maps in this game, you're not on tracks.
Yeah, this is definitely one of the more unique ones.
I'm just gonna use garlic as well. This gives me an AoE around my character that be damage in fools. We just found a chest. It randomly gives one of us.
Upgraded Devin's fire wand. Okay, now I've got 3 choices again. This one, the spinach. You can see Devin's character. It lists an evo or an evolution for his fire wand. So if we get that, his fire wand can evolve once it gets to max level. So that's what I'm going to take. That's
And it's such a good perk
it's
anyways.
really a good one because it raises all your damage. We will take that one. I also have random events turned on in the bottom right corner. So if you see like a spinning dial in the bottom right corner, that's what that is. Devin chose this little ice spear, I think. You chose the glass fandango, or did you skip?
I did. I chose Glass Fandango. I think it just like increased its area of effect just a little bigger. I'm just trying to walk backwards, so
I know I can't catch you. Like my character's too slow. When you're playing co-op, occasionally this one at the bottom will pop up.
based on your luck stat.
Yeah, your friendship amulet, and it will upgrade, go up 1 level for a weapon for both players, which is generally better than me just choosing one for myself. So, oh boy, Devin died.
There's a do you see it?
Oh, what?
A coffin?
Coffin.
What's it doing?
You can unlock new characters to play as by finding coffins. You think they're vampires, but they almost never are. Ooh, upgraded garlic is good, but the duplicator, which fires more projectiles, is also amazing.
I need that in my life, yeah.
Drag
Shoot,
it.
I gotta kill that thing. Oh shoot, I'm in trouble. Am I?
Yeah, do I feel like.
I feel like the coffin is trying to leave us and it's not making me happy. Maybe we need to... Yeah, we probably have to kill the dragon.
Yeah. I'm going to take Toronto's box, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It makes us stronger. Our projectiles go faster. Duration and area up by 4%. But when we get it to max, then it will double basically all enemies in their health. But not for a while. And hopefully by then we'll be stronger.
I I'm dead. I'm the second coffin on the screen. Good luck.
Ah.
Dang, I thought my character was strong and he's kind of getting clapped right now.
My character's terrible.
Yeah, yours isn't any better. I think my character's better. I'm dead for some reason. How are you still alive, though? It's like you're
That's
not
a good
taking much
question.
damage.
And take damage up again.
I'll be back in... I'm back.
Nice. Hey, we got a new character. We get the dragon dude.
What? How have we never seen that?
I've only played this level one other time. It's kind of a unique level.
Yeah, very weird. We got a Digimon.
Gaio Runton.
Guy.
Three-headed mecha dragon.
Oh, yeah.
Might need to play as him in a minute.
And we can use that other massive blue guy we got.
Jeez Louise, I'm gonna die.
No, we got this. Maybe.
Big enemies like these. Ooh, death killed me. There's a purple death. They hit really, really hard. The death enemies. No, we got this. Well, I'm gonna take the Lancet and hopefully freeze him.
Uh-oh.
Death gets over here.
I wonder if you have another res. If so, then we're okay.
Maybe. Luckily, death is like a trap.
I'll be back in 5 seconds.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
about
shoot,
that.
he coming back. Yep, okay, I'm here. Whew, that's you again.
Oh, wow. Spinach again, I think. And that death character is just great.
A lot of times there are numbers based on how much damage you're doing.
Oh, yeah, I can turn them back on. We turned them off because last time we had so much on the screen that we couldn't see what the numbers thought.
Yes.
Again, this is a weird level. A normal level, eventually there's so many enemies it gets bizarre. Got a couple levels where we killed 200,000 enemies, I think. You can see the enemy count up top. We killed 2,842 at this moment. And I'm back.
Oh shoot, he back.
Oh, I don't think I'll be back for long. Not very good.
I do like the Vanitas whip, but my character's not that strong. I'm just gonna continue upgrading my current weapons.
This guy is highlighted blue. Oh, and this guy has a chest.
Dead.
I feel like my character can take more damage.
Yeah, my character's a wuss, bro.
And this, whatever it's called, the Lancet, is kind of saving me with the freeze right now.
I feel like maybe we want to hold up and hold down on the top and bottom of the screen and see if there's anywhere we can leave the track or something to sightsee.
Yeah.
I don't know. Nice.
Yeah, that going up will bump our max health up. But we do need to find some heals at some point. I wonder if there's something on the map. We haven't looked. Okay, there are boost pads. A couple treasure chests we missed. I think this one loops, doesn't it?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, so we're almost to the end of the first lap, I guess. Oh, dang. I missed the chest. I'll stay up here towards this chest line.
Oh, man. I wonder if that's what it means is don't hit any of the speed boost.
Yeah.
I just ran into one.
That's my guess. I like the empty tome. I'm gonna re-roll though. Wham!
Well,
Just
bam.
take the spinach.
Yeah, the damage output is very nice.
It really is. That one and the duplicator, I feel like, and the attract orb are the passives that I almost always choose. The attract orb will attract those XP crystals from farther away. Very handy. I feel like I do need a speed with the wings on this one because I move. When you're trying to go left, you basically just can't.
Yeah, you cannot. Maybe that's the key. We have to get speed and we can mob left.
That would be crazy.
I'm trying to mob left. I'm not taking near
I
as
think
much
I'm holding
damage.
you back. My character is so slow I can't even. Oh, frick. You want to upgrade the garlic?
I'm not too worried about that, no.
Oh, right. Up. Nice. You being all the way left is very helpful.
There's a goblin under me.
Oh,
Let's
nice.
destroy him.
Oh, and a blue guy. Both of those
man.
should drop, like...
Oh, he dropped a chest.
Problem when they drop chests
They just...
on this level is they zing to the left.
Yeah, are we going to be able to get back to them? I don't know. Maybe.
We're almost dead.
Am I really?
Okay, we get a new Arcana, or a Darkana. Excuse me. Healing is doubled. Recovering HP damages. Surrounding enemies losing health generates exploding projectiles. We do have the Attract Orb. And you have the Red Heart, don't you? Or no, we haven't taken that yet. Chance to freeze enemies. I don't think I have any of those weapons.
I don't either.
I'm going to reroll. Projectile speed continuously changes. I don't love that one. Get 3 more rerolls, a skip, and a banish. Generate explosions when weapon expires. I don't think we have any of those. Listed weapon gets 3 bounces. You have the fire staff.
I do, yes, sir.
I like 3 bounces. Let's do that. See if we can keep you alive.
Oh.
Nice. Oh, that'll help. Devin has a few white rings around him from his garlic. They basically damage any enemies that get into that ring, but he's in trouble probably still a little bit. I'm going to increase our might here. If that will help your garlic be just strong enough to keep you alive. I guess, and me alive, since I'm piggybacking on your garlic.
Do I go with the area? Yeah, because everything else on the screen is all area. Anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. That just makes all of our attacks bigger, so they cover more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
garlic is bigger.
Trouble. I'm in trouble. Help me.
We'll freeze a little longer.
It's a hard one to do. It's hard to not run into the speed boost.
It really is.
I see green neon. I'm like, get it! Generates explosions around the character. Eh. I am mount scaling? No, I think that weapon drives me crazy. That's the one that like blocks the whole screen, isn't it?
Which one?
The fake photon alien gun or whatever.
Oh, yeah, I think it does.
Retaliates Eskizabur. Sure.
I like that one. At least on a normal level. I don't know what it will be like.
Hey, you got what you wanted. So you got wings, which is going to make him move faster.
I think you have them. Well, we do share.
I got him?
We share passives in co-op, so. Let's take the...
Oh, that was me. And I'm just going to pick... I think
that's usually a smart move. Oh, dang, that was close.
Yeah, it's hard to know when they're... When they are coming. It's crazy. We ain't getting that. We ain't doing that. We ain't getting that done. Yep, just hit another one. Just trying to get this chest. I guess I'll just stay right in the center.
Oh!
And that's the bad part of it. Base the damage up by 2.5. Okay. I feel like I'm relatively strong.
Yeah, I feel like we've finally kind of crested the hill. Pick up range. The big enemies should drop some chests. I'm going to try to get behind them.
Oh, yeah. That would definitely be how we want to play this. It's just to be just to the left of
bro. He doesn't want to perish, though. Oh, there we go.
Armor.
Oh, so that was part of our Darkana.
Yep.
Gave us a 5th passive when we're not supposed to have more.
Yeah, you can see all of our items at the top left of the screen, and those red X's are not supposed to normally fill in, but with that Darkana you can sometimes get extras. And when you're playing single player, you can have 6 weapons and 6 passives. I'm gonna go with the like on this level, you don't need the track orb incredibly high. There's not a lot of
I agree.
distance.
Yeah.
Man said.
Cooldown is so nice. This game can look like you're on a menu screen for the entire match, but once you understand how it works, it's pretty simple.
Yeah, and those are fun moments actually when you're at it, because you're like, ooh, what upgrade am I gonna pick?
Yeah, and then once you've played it enough, it's more like, let's just get back to the game.
Yeah, you know which ones you're gonna pick pretty fast.
Nice
Hey.
catch.
Nice, Devin got the evolved fire wand.
Oh, no.
Hey, we still haven't gotten the. Every once in a while, a chest, I think it's based on your luck stat, will give you 3. What are they called? Power ups instead of 1. And if you get really lucky, you can actually get one that gives you 5.
Oh, yeah, it's awesome.
They're definitely more rare. Okay, we got Green Death. You generally can't hurt the death characters, but they will do massive damage.
I didn't even see a chest, but we got one.
Oh no, that eyeball was right there.
The one bro's just following me. Oh, he left. Dang.
That triple bounce on your fire wand is very nice.
Very nice. Yeah, it really is. Super handy.
There we go.
Hey, there's a triple.
Triple chest. Love getting 3.
So basically, that's like 3 level ups. Every time we choose a perk, that's 1 level up. But some chests, you get 3 level ups in one. And it always goes to 1 player. So David just got
Oh yeah, sorry, I got those.
3 of them. How much is this game? $5?
I think it's $4.99 at full price. I got
Wow.
it for like $3.99, and it is so absolutely worth that. I've played it for almost 60 hours. I have bought all the DLC packs, which are like $2 each or something. Crap, we got lots of death. Oh, then there's one coming after me.
I'm actually kind of loving this build. It's outrageous. I got some bouncy things, and then a big thing of garlic, and my Fandango going crazy.
Yeah, that spear is going kind of.
I'm able to just like run in a line.
I feel like the only way to get away from death is to go to the right, but I feel like that is opposite of whatever the objective is. To sightsee. The sight
True.
thing would be to
Yeah.
the left, you know,
Uh-huh.
but he'll catch you.
Yeah, he's trying to catch me. He's trying to catch these hands, but you know.
Maybe we'll get past him.
Trying to walk left as best as I can. Also, trying to watch these arrows. Any arrow on my right side,
Good luck.
if it moves down or up, I know that we're starting to get close. Because from a distance, it's always going to look about the same height. I don't know. I'm doing physics in my mind. Yeah, is that the goal? Maybe that's what it means, is you just can't go past the finish line too many times in a round.
Yeah, that would be my guess.
Why does he like sometimes chase me hardcore and sometimes not?
Yeah, I feel like depending on the direction he goes, he like follows the speed of the track or something.
Another fun fact, you can play this game with one hand. Oh, there was a chest right there, dang it. You can play this game with one hand. All you need is one analog. You can choose which hands too. You can use right or left.
It is a fun, like, lay down on the couch game.
Oh, there's one. Oh, there's gonna be another one. I don't know how high it's gonna be, but it's all the way at the bottom. Nice.
Nice.
Oh, we're getting all the upgrades now.
Don't want that one yet. If I upgrade this the last time, the enemy speed, health, quantity, and frequency is going to go up by 100%. So don't want to do that yet.
Yeah, it's fun to do if you're going for like a total enemy kill count.
Yeah.
But you need to make sure you're strong enough first.
Mace is almost spinning a full circle. It's pretty close. Ooh.
This game's chaos. Knowing people can watch what is happening on the screen is hilarious.
I know.
So like, what is happening? What is going on? I get the sword leveled up. I've never done that. So we only needed to get to level 50 with these two characters, and we've never done that.
Yeah, I think it's because I don't like the dagger that this character has, so I've never played with it.
Oh. Okay, we're gonna have a chest at the... Missed it. It's hard to tell where they're gonna be.
It really is, because the arrow like slowly moves.
Your purple one's starting to move. I don't know how far it's gonna move down, but I'm gonna try to get it. All the way down. Oh, missed it. That's so annoying. Okay.
Hey, another triple. Oh crap, but that did the Toronto's box.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have way more weapons now. Sometimes
enemies, yeah.
Sometimes it's bad when things happen
Happens
randomly.
Yeah. I think they will also have double health if I read that correctly.
We'll probably. Every time we pass the finish line, it's giving us...
Yeah, so much perks.
Yeah.
Attack distance and stuff.
Yeah, we're pretty tough. I'm just holding left. And I can't... Nothing's really happening.
Uh-oh.
Oh, man. A lot of enemies. I think we're... Yeah.
Alright. Random always here at the limit break. Ooh, nice grab.
Hey!
Bracers. Another one is starting to drift down.
Oh, yeah, it is. Crazy.
Hey, upgraded dagger. Fires with no delay. Oh, look at all them daggers out there.
Got daggers for days. That's a dagger for legends. Did we miss one?
The purple one, yeah.
Really? I didn't even ever see it. I wonder why.
Yeah, I would. A lot of enemies. Sometimes you get like a big chunk of XP and it just gives you 10 upgrades at once. I can't even get off the right wall.
Oh.
Frustrating, dude.
Oh, okay, yeah, we're... Oh, no. Ah. I'm scared. I'm fast AF, though.
Yeah, all of a sudden I am too.
There goes very fast. Yeah, I think we beat this. I assume it's a 15-minute level.
I didn't look. You're probably right. Oh man, I'm
Looks like they're really trying to throw this at us at the end. Oh, evolved Fandango. How wonderful. Oh, evolved mace. Oh, another chest. Evolved sword. This should get good now.
Now I got lots of crap spinning.
Yeah, I'm unkillable at this point, I think.
Unless we run into the dudes.
Yep.
Too hot. That's so fast. It's so many times.
Yeah, it's really, really strange. I don't either.
Guessing this is the end. At the end of the level, he basically almost unkillable death comes. We have killed him once, but he has so much health. It's not incredibly easy.
Yeah, we didn't do the thing. We only did 2 unlocks right there.
Okay,
But we did get a new character.
we did. Let's see the new character. I've never played as. Oh, I have played as Puppy. I guess it was probably you.
Probably. I liked that character when she came out.
Yeah, look at that.
What's his thing?
He starts with the Evoed Tracer or whatever it's called.
Oh.
Isn't that what that is?
Starting weapon grows stronger when leveling up.
Ignores walls.
Ignores
What?
walls.
What does that mean? Where did we unlock him?
We just barely did in that level.
Maybe you have to play as him. And
To
like go through the
sightsee.
wall and sightsee.
Yeah, maybe. Well, who do I get to play as then?
Yeah, is there
That
anyone
fat
else?
Badger doesn't go through the wall.
I feel like there is somebody else that does. I think it's one of these guys. This guy ignores
Oh,
walls.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can play as those two.
You want to? I'll be Ghost. There's an Among Us expansion. That's where we got that dude. And I guess we'll try it one more time, see if we can get that achievement.
Yeah, you're not seeing much variety in the levels, but I'm definitely hitting the wall.
Yeah, me too.
We must ignore the wall if they try to talk to us.
Right.
Rune Tracer? Didn't I start with Rune Tracer?
I thought so. Maybe that's not what that is.
Yeah.
Isn't it, though?
I have no idea.
Hmm.
And crazy.
We'll see shortly since I grabbed the armor.
Like to sightsee now if possible. Do I like a ton of health? I feel like my character is.
Your character is always so much faster.
Yeah, why are you stuck on the right? Let's see. What is your speed? Or wait, move speed is plus 10%.
I'm gonna take. You said that one evolve we didn't have was the cat.
I think you scale it with greed. I think.
Cat and green. Okay.
I think. Don't quote me on that. My move speed. Oh yes, my move speed is 80% faster.
Oh wow.
Whee! Look at me go.
I don't understand the cat weapon. I
I
just like randomly go across the screen. Ow.
I'm just trying to sightsee, bro. Just let me sightsee. You should just do the double one. Got it so many
I
times.
think that this character can't take damage.
Oh, really?
I didn't
Mine
read the
almost-
rest.
Seems like he almost can't, but he is. Ugh. So you're just stuck over there when I do that?
Mm-hmm. I'm holding left this whole time.
Now you go left. Let's see if I get stuck.
No, you're so you'd catch up, I think.
Physics aren't making sense to me. Yeah. Nice catch.
Your dude's cool.
Yeah, I like the character design. Kind of fun. I don't know what he's doing, but he's doing it. Are we gonna just like try to not? I mean, I almost feel like we just stay at the top of the level so we never hit speed bumps.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if that's the play or not. I can see why playing this game with just random upgrades would be fun. It's just like whatever happens, happens. And you just get whatever it throws.
That's probably why it unlocks that ability to just check the checkbox eventually. I don't want any of those.
I don't feel like lightning is good enough. I don't know. It's fine. Duration effects amount? Strikes nearby enemies, damage multiplied by speed. I wish it was move speed. That'd be very nice. Oh, that was the stone mask.
Oh, did I miss it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I bet we can get it, though. I'm not even 100% sure that's what you need.
I was just looking at the cat and I was like, ooh, upgrade the cat.
And since we've never evoed that...
It didn't pop up, yeah.
The heck is this? I want that. Do I get a little buddy with me?
I think so.
Heck yeah. Oh, I do. I have a tiny version of you. He's very little. I'm not taking this kind of damage.
I can't take it. Really odd.
Allegedly offers better moral support. That's funny. I'm doing that. There's got to be a benefit to the third part of that. Never fully leveled that up. There's only 3.
I don't think you can have.
I really thought we were gonna be able to like leave.
Yeah, I did too.
Okay, he's freezing some fools, actually, I think. Was he? Oh, maybe not. This game's fun.
I think I've never used it.
Yeah, I've seen it like one other time, but I don't think I know what it is. Yeah, what is that one?
It's the one that
the
does like
bats?
the teeth.
Oh, the
Down.
teeth. I don't want it, no. Oh, prismatic missile, I think. Maybe. I don't know. My build's weird. I don't even know what my character's doing.
At least you're doing cool stuff. I'm just like stuck on the wall.
Oh yeah, you're just stuck over there, huh?
Yeah. And I can't be hurt, so I don't even know what the perk is.
Can't be hurt. That is so weird.
Like, I wonder what will happen when death comes at the end. Maybe we'll just die at the end of the level.
That's a good point.
I'm just skipping all mine until I get to that. No, I'm just kidding.
I just got so messy.
Oh, no.
Perfect timing.
There was a Unify with Vento Sacro. I can't remember what the other thing to unify it with was.
Yeah, I have no idea. It's so hard to remember. There's so many weapons throughout all the DLCs that it's like impossible to know. Armadillo's always tempting. Armadillo allows you to pick any passive. Well, most passives, at least, from the game. I don't know. Sometimes it feels like it's missing some.
Yeah. Any that you need?
I don't know, honestly. I hope that I told you correctly on the greed thing. I don't know.
We'll see. I'm just.
It was wild. Oh, I missed it. I ran right into it, I swear. Character's so tall. I'm not sure what his hitbox is.
Mirage robe. I don't think that was it. I should take one of first. I feel like if I see the name of the weapon, I will remember.
I'm trying to just like allow you to be in the middle of the level.
Yeah, your character is so fast.
He's not fast enough to get any of these chests that drop. There's one, there's gonna be one. Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, there. And then it looks like the other one's hardly even moving. I'm just gonna be on the left side of that, bro.
Candelabra. It's actually Candelabra.
Labrador. Oh, you got it. This is a weapon.
+1 amount the character's main weapon and its evolution.
I don't know. Yeah, I need to do that, I think.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't know what it's doing, but... Oh, the screen just went insane. That was like a perfect one for this character. There were only like a few weapons listed right there. I don't even know what it did, but I have a ton of projectiles. What's my amount looking like? Only I don't. Ooh, we're almost to a purple chest. Right after a green thing that's gonna be here. Yeah. Hey, Ether.
3 bounces with nothing we got. Rerolls. Damage. And reflects enemy damage. Healing's doubled. Any healing. That's probably good for me. Oh, that's the weapon. What's that? The bloody tear. That was it.
Eh?
That it's one of those whips next to the healing item that I have. It's called the bloody tear. And that's the whip that you have to unify the Vento Sacro whip that I have with. So I need to get the bloody tear. I don't remember what it meant to have.
It probably comes with a character from the Castlevania DLC.
Probably.
Because I think we got it on a different account, and we were trying to do the same thing. I don't know that we ever did. Did we just cross the finish? I'm confused. I don't know.
Looks like where is the finish line? I feel like it was on here last time.
Yeah, I thought so as well.
Oh, what the heck? Maybe this time will be the sightseeing time since there's no finish line.
I swear we've gone past it a time or two, but I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't know much.
Hey, there's the cat.
Got weird stuff. Really strong. I have a lot of projectiles.
Yeah, you do. You got fireworks and like lasers.
And 2 different types of lasers. A lot of them are bouncing. I don't know what happens. Couldn't tell you.
Gold fever. I think all the enemies we kill turn into gold. You use gold to unlock stuff in the main menu, but I think we've unlocked all of it.
Yeah, eventually gold doesn't matter so much once you bought at least what seems like everything.
Yeah. I think I just need a cap at max. I do. So just the chest should give me that.
There's an eyeball down by me. I'm just trying to stay on his left. Yeah. Maybe it's not always guaranteed right off the...
Yeah, I can't remember.
Oh, man. You missed that one. Oh, yeah, there was the finish line. Here.
Wait, there's more enemies.
It does feel like there's a lot, but I feel like I'm mopping the floor with them. I just feel like I can't be hurt, and I don't know why.
My character literally can't be hurt.
Yeah, I'm kind of jealous. Well, actually, it really doesn't matter because I'm taking damage. I could fully upgrade this. Eh. Wow.
I don't want to.
Oh, you still only have 3 weapons.
I'm waiting for like the regular whip, because I think the regular whip upgraded might be called the Bloody Tear. Can't remember.
Oh. Oh, yeah. I think you are correct.
I just haven't had it come up, so I'm gonna skip this one. Skip.
I'm just gonna upgrade greed all the way just in case it needs it for your upgrade. I don't know. Why are we leveling up 75 times?
Because I keep skipping, so it like gives you half of the next upgrade or something.
Oh, you weren't actually picking right there.
Yeah.
I see.
Man, I cannot get that.
That's crazy. If I see it, I'll pass it to you. Or I won't see it, because I already have 4 weapons. Show me.
That's a good point. Yeah, I don't know.
Dang it, I ran into a speed boost. I'm sad. I didn't want to.
You get the whip. I think the whip. Nice. Does the whip evolve with the red heart?
I'm unsure.
I think it might, so I need the red heart. That sounds right, but I'm not.
Do they have a risk of being 3 or no?
I don't think so.
There it is.
I
I've never seen this upgrade.
evolved Gatti Amari might turn anything into gold.
Oh, here. Perfect during the gold. Never mind, gold fever's over.
Whip? No whip.
That's crazy. Oh yeah, you got eyeballs flying all over the level.
Oh, so those are mine. So my cats changed into eyeballs.
Mm-hmm. Now they are eye cats. Oh, the chest just exploded into money for me is all.
Oh, frick, I can't skip anymore.
You just banish something. That's what I just did.
Pentagram.
Yeah, pentagram can get out. Random always. I think I'm about to hit a chest. I'm gonna be holding down.
Banish something.
I missed it.
I do need to banish 40
Okay.
things on a single level too, so this is fine.
20.
I think 10, 20, and 40.
We did that one round. I think we did 20. Now, the rounds in this game are so unique. You're either going for kills, crazy builds, so you're super strong, or
You're looking for weird secrets like we have been.
yeah, these rounds have probably been very strange to
Yeah,
watch.
they are definitely weird, especially on this level. Most levels don't have a moving floor. You're like exploring a map. Find the stuff you want. Secret areas, maybe. I cannot believe I have not seen the webcam.
That's crazy.
Keep forgetting to look for the red part.
In and out. Today.
Now burger.
Mm-hmm. It's so good. I will be going there. Ah.
Banish the phaser.
The other. I can start banishing stuff too. I don't think you can.
Yeah, I don't know. What the
He's
point
the
of that-
perfect character to just banish over. Dang.
Yeah, probably. I can't take damage. And you got death right on top of you, and he's barely going to you.
He's gold now. Your cat's turning into gold.
Ah, come on. Let's get rid of.
Oh, it's not giving me level ups because I'm max. The only way I'm getting level ups is if you cross a.
Yeah, you probably hit random on those, and so it's just doing that random.
And we didn't start with that Darkana this time, did we?
I don't remember.
I don't know that we're gonna get chests to even have a chance of getting extra passives.
There's one.
Never mind. Never mind.
It was a black chest, I think, so. I must have grabbed it with some. Come on.
Might as well banish 10 things this way.
Yeah.
Close. Not a long enough round to get to 40. Not even a chance.
Yeah.
The crown is a nice extra one. Just overall XP gain.
Yeah. Yep.
Up and up and up every time. Ah, I missed that chest. It's so hard to see.
It is with all like the flashing explosions going on. Dang. Last one, I think.
Last banishing.
Which means I'll have to pick an item next time. So you really need the whip. Whip and whip.
I'm trying to watch these chests too. There's gonna be a chest.
Oh, okay.
I think I'm gonna get it. I think.
I'm gonna take this so that I don't have to take.
Awesome. What the?
No, what is that? Evolved prismatic missile increases the value of gems and coins on the
Oh,
ground.
you have a ton of stuff making gold too. Oh yeah, all the gems are like super colorful. Weird. Very strange. Dang.
These are all weapons.
And there's no like circle button you can put.
No,
Like, no.
it's
That's
all right. I'll
crazy.
take the water and the spinach.
And we just got XP gains. Oh, we should get a ton of XP and a ton of gold this round.
We're almost at 30,000 gold already.
Yeah, in 13 minutes.
What a weird game.
I know. It's so strange. It makes it more weird when you're showing it to someone
There's
else.
the red heart. Yeah, it does. Looking down at that little screen where we're recording, it looks nuts.
Oh, yeah. We got a minute and a half left. I wonder if you could get a fast enough character in this game, pick the fastest character, upgrade wings, and move faster left than it's going right.
Yeah, that'd be nuts. Maybe that's what it wants you to do for that achievement.
Yeah, there's like a lot of options of what potentially could be what it's saying. What did I just say? You know what I mean. One minute left. Oh my god. Grim Reaper's all up on me right now. Because you could also play this level by sprinting to the right and continuing to upgrade all your passives by going across the finish line over and over.
Yeah.
In a second.
Be interesting to see what happens to my character here.
Yeah, I am curious about that. Oh, yeah, your guys just
Immediately
instantly
I don't even think death touched him.
He
Vicious.
just died out of fear.
Yeah. Banish 10 or more. Defeat one enemy with Ghost Lino.
That blue guy reminds me of the bird from Mega Man 6.
Heck yeah.
May gain +1 revival when anyone revives. Increases armor and recovery of nearby characters. Ignores walls. What is that weapon?
It's like a lever of some sort.
Yeah. Where's the other character we unlocked? Must be down here. Maybe I already bought him.
Yeah, it seems like he was already
Unlocked, because wasn't it this? It was the guy you just used, right? These two?
Yeah, I feel like it was, yeah, just those two. What's the blue guy's perks? Gains a hidden lightning ring every 8 levels.
That fires when losing health. That's crazy.
Weird. What a strange thing. And what's his starting weapon look like? Does he have one? He does not. He doesn't start with a weapon.
Yeah, what the heck? That's
Strange. Well, that's a little bit of Vampire Survivors.
Yes. Thanks for watching. That was just kind of a random assortment of us trying to complete some of these end game achievements. We got some weapons evoed. Still not sure how to do that one on that cart level, but we'll figure it out eventually. So anyways, thanks for watching this playthrough here on Super Game Brothers, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.